Hello, everybody, and welcome to Riff's Gunmetal Soul. We're back for episode 2 after a brief hiatus, and it's nice to see everybody. I forgot to mute Twitch, so I am hearing myself. There we go. So last time we met our adventurers in chains. They defeated a group of Splugorth slave takers and dealt with a tricky blanking on the word mystic knight named Maggie. Called herself Maggie. And Tannhauser was alarmed by this, your kind of mission giver, and promised to send you on a mission somewhere with the help of his Volkswagen bus-sized dragon cat named Warhol. So let's go around and give me your character briefs, not your character's briefs, but a brief synopsis of your character, as my brain is still coming together. Let's start with Cecile.
Ooh. Hi, everybody. I will be playing Cecile Vallon today. My little French-Canadian raccoon-human hybrid, who's thief, hacker, mechanic extraordinaire, of questionable background.
All right. Up next is Adelaide.
Hey, yeah, I'm Fox. I'll be playing, no, I'll leave her full title for later, but I'll be playing Adelaide, a cyber knight of virtuous virtue and upstanding citizenry, and a defender of the weak, the poor, the meek, and also these two jackasses who obviously are going to be totally cool with the fact that, like, we're not going to lie, cheat, steal, or stab people in the back. Come on, guys. It's time to be goodies.
I haven't lied. Definitely stabbed somebody in the back like 8 times, but that's okay.
All right, now tell us about Rainier.
Hello everybody, I'm Riley. I'm playing Rainier. They're Fae, which literally tells you a lot. Like I said, they didn't lie. They haven't lied yet. And they are here repaying a debt. Just about all anybody knows.
Mm-hmm. All right, so at a party where things were happening, and Rainier was dancing with Rensix Howell, the Korean boy band, the K-pop band, good-looking person of similar skills. Tannhauser came and talked to y'all about how things might be more dangerous than he realized at first. So he was going to send you on another mission and hopes you'll figure out something, but he was very vague about a lot of things.
Yeah, to the point of concern, as I recall.
It was a little alarming.
I have a thing for you. We'll tell you later. Also, you should be scared.
It's also like there's secrets I can't give up. So, the next day.
Thanks, I hate it.
You all wake up wherever you are and are summoned to a meeting room. As you come into this meeting room, you see a dog dropping a box of coffee off in a different meeting room. And yes,
question.
Yes.
Dog?
Yes.
Or dog boy?
Dog.
The
dog is carrying one of those like box of joes by its mouth, and it's just like looks like it's trying to sneak and looks like Crunk sneaking in The Emperor's New Groove. As it puts this weird looking box of coffee that jingles
like a
like
dog
crystals,
blinking, but like,
and it puts it in a box of coffee in a different conference room and runs. Sir Tannhauser is already in the conference room when you all arrive for once. It's normally he makes everybody wait a little, he doesn't like small talk, so he makes sure everyone's already there before he goes in. But he's actually already there. and he seems to have a big map of the United States out on the table.
Did we see the dog come through? Were we aware of this dog situation? I'm sorry to like latch on to that, but
Wait, you mean as players? Yes. I mean, your characters are. Your
Yes.
characters saw the dog
characters.
dropping
Okay.
off a box of coffee into another conference room and then running away, looking happy.
Okay. I turn to Sasir then and just ask, friend of yours?
I don't think so. There's like a little moment where Sasir does that weird like like noise, just like under her breath, and then stops as the dog goes by, and then just apologies. That just kind of happens sometimes with dogs, and she just kind of quiets down.
Okay. We're gonna let the dog thing slide then. Hi, hey, you'd work for us, sir?
Yeah. I got an extended mission. It's gonna be more than several. It might be several months. But I need a team that will be able to handle situations. It's gonna look straightforward. It's just gonna be a retrieval of an artifact kind of thing, but it'll get political. I think. I don't know why I think that, but I think that. So I need a team that can talk and apply direct force when I need them to. Or when they need to, because I won't be there.
Love to be directly forceful. Okay. Well, perhaps we should start at the beginning then. What is it you want us to go looking for?
All right. There was a Techno-Wizard that contracted us. They're waiting. They were looking for a team that they could trust to help get them to a place to find a thing. They're looking for something they call the Franklin key. They have more information on that. It's over on the East Coast somewhere. So, your standard warnings about the East Coast. Let me go into the standard warnings about the East Coast. Anywhere the Atlantic Ocean touches, you have a risk of spoolgore slavers. Everyone should know this. Yes? There's not a lot of cities because
Unfortunately.
anytime a city pops up, the Splugorth come in, wipe it out, and take all the people. It's bad. There's a couple of places like Cha, which are surrounded by their own industry like steel trees. But you're going a bit more north than that. If you head too far north, you will be entering area. If you head near Manhattan, that's where you will find an area called Mad Haven that drives people insane. I don't think you'll be needing to go there. Just standard warning around this area, though. Don't go in Mad Haven. You will go.
Insane.
Mad was the word I was looking for, but yes.
Is there a reason why?
Yes.
And it is.
A whole lot of ghosts got made when the world exploded in New York, in Mad Haven, and they're all still kind of screaming. And the mutants that live there are kind of used to it, but everyone else gets really fucked up.
The world exploded, by the way.
I am almost sorry that I asked. That is terrifying. Okay.
Yeah. So, but you're actually headed towards the ruins of Philadelphia. No one has any direct reports what's there. There is a giant ley line going through it, so who knows what's there. But along the way, I'm going to send you with passage on the lightning rails, which is a magical train.
Ooh.
Everyone cool with the magical train? You're going to take that to Stormspire.
I've never been on a non-magical train, so that'll be a treat.
Yeah. Okay. Have you been on any train? You're familiar with the concept, I trust. Okay. So I'm gonna send you up towards Stormspire, and from there you're gonna be huffing it through half the magic zone and into the Shimerian Nation.
It's a bill. I think one way or another.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Sure. Okay, no problem. I want to go pull a spoon off the sun too, or just a smart remark, sir?
Well,
Um,
while you're at it, if they find any spoons
this
on the sun, they're probably in liquid
this
form and you don't need
Techno-Wizard,
to move
are
them.
we going to be to get more information on this key?
Sadly, Fox, you're coming through super choppy right now.
Okay.
It's okay. Take a breath. All right. So,
Awesome.
you wanted more information on the Techno-Wizard. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Ed leans back and thinks very about the conversation that's going on as her compatriots asks any needed questions.
Gotcha. So, you will be meeting up with the Techno-Wizard Neville in Paducah, which is now called Merktown, where you'll be catching the lightning rails to Stormspire. Neville will take the time, the couple of hours between the two, to inform you about more of the mission.
We know anything about this key?
That it is an artifact, that it is supposed to have some historical importance, that it has most likely been overlooked, that sometimes things with heavy historical importance have been given a lot of emotional weight throughout the years and have developed either some kind of, I don't know, heavy meaning that developed into some kind of mystical powers. Techno-wizards like to jam magic items into electricity and crystals and that kind of shit, so who knows?
Interesting. So we're just to help him retrieve this, that's all?
You're gonna help her do, yeah.
Seems simple enough.
Now, the Shimerians, the area you're going into, they have declared that they own the East Coast. But they seem to be kind of not the... I don't want to say not the worst, because they're dangerous as hell. But they spent a lot of time fighting this Bluegorth. They don't care about you if you're not moving a big army through, and you're not, like, clear-cutting or being a dick, generally. You will probably see some as you move through their territory. They will probably want to talk to you. Depending on how conversation goes, you might want to leave very quickly. But for most people, they just want to know what the fuck you're doing. The Legion hasn't had direct, like, official ties with them, even though we've sent an ambassador or two who have just been told to fuck off and come back. But Shimerians are cyborg women on giant monster cyborgs. Cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
Well,
Don't be invading clear-cutting dick army. Understood. I think we can manage that.
yeah, you'd be surprised how easily people turn into assholes when they've been out there for a month. No, you wouldn't. You've all been out there for that long, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I would like to send, if you will have them, I would like to send Warhol with you. Warhol is my trusted companion.
Your cat, sir?
Yeah, I know they're big. They're about this, about 7 feet tall from the toes to the shoulders, and then about 10 feet long. They're kind of small for their kind, but they're a dragon cat. The name is Warhol, and it will help keep you safe. They will be able to let me know if anything comes up and I need to send reinforcements or someone looking for you.
Fair enough.
I don't know about the capacities of the Techno-Wizard. I assume most Techno-Wizards
we
are
require
able
the
to...
assistance.
After your contact with the Mystic Knight in the last adventure you had, it looks like they're going to be interested in you. So that's the kind of thing I like to keep an eye on. I don't really like to send Warhol out, but I'm going to try with this group. Would you like a vehicle as well? I think the Techno-Wizard may have a vehicle. But if you aren't willing to rely on the Techno-Wizard's vehicle, which needs to be powered by parking it on the ley line for a couple of hours, we can supply you your own Big Boss ATV, which will sleep all three of you if you need. But then the larger the group, the more it looks like the Shimerians will get a bug up their ass about it.
So, we travel in comfort, or we travel discreetly? That
did sound like a series of bells.
We're taking a train out east.
Oh.
Hold on a moment, everybody.
Dropped.
See if we can't get things
overnight.
stabilized.
Yeah. Sarah said she's gonna come back because she couldn't see Fox at all.
Fox is frozen for me, but this is the fun of streaming. Hello, everyone.
If not, it might. If it's too much for Fox to do video and audio, we can always try cutting the audio, and I'll just stick a picture of Fox in there.
You mean cutting to strictly audio? Yes.
Yes. Let me fix Dara now.
Hello.
Yeah. What if we? That'll help.
All we can do is give it a go.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, if there's no technical difficulties in a stream. I can't turn off Fox's video. Fox has to do that, it looks like.
We are. Do, 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 do.
I have turned off my video. I don't suppose that changed anything.
Oh my god, it's so much clearer.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm gonna go.
I can't still.
That's weird.
Like, I haven't been able to hear or anything. Like, just, like, you guys have been reacting to Fox? I can't hear her at all.
You still can't? Fox, can you please speak?
Okay, so Hi, I'm speaking. I'm speaking
Fox,
into
name
this
a flower.
microphone. I don't suppose anybody can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Microphone.
Name a flower. Nothing?
Okay. That's weird. So Fox can hear...
A rose.
All right. Derry, you didn't hear that flower
my
at all?
camera.
I hear it. It's very robotic.
Don't know if you hear it or not. Very confused.
I was just picking a random thing. I don't know that this is going to work in a... I see this as a route to frustration for everybody involved right now if we continue this way.
I mean, if not, we can always try
a different program.
Just Discord?
Yeah, we'll try Discord. And we'll see if that works.
So thank you, everybody. We're going to take a short break. We're going to see if a couple of things work, and we will be back as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But we're not going to make you watch us flail at the internet. So.
Oh, but that's half the fun. All right, we'll be back. Ooh, okay.
There we go. Oh, that's not how I want my windows set up. Now I have to put my screens in places. Make it look the way I want. So, hello everyone, we are back. We're going to try to get things restarted. As we were trying a system that's a little more experimental and not as stable as some others. So, if yeah,
Everybody just forgive me. It's gonna be weird for a minute.
it's gonna be weird for a minute. It is
There
our
we
brand.
go.
It gonna get weird.
No, that happens to reality. Everybody is suddenly just surrounded by
Here you-
Discord.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Fox.
Hi.
But yeah, we can hear Fox, so that is the most important thing. We will figure everything else out as we go.
I'm gonna say I was just seeing. Fox
I'm
yesterday.
so fucking sorry.
It's not-
It's fine.
It's totally cool.
It is so low on. I'm just happy I get to see your face. Like,
I mean, for as much as we're paying you,
yeah, what the fuck?
Well,
Fox?
yes.
which is nothing, by the way.
But yes.
It's nothing. It's $0. We do this for fun.
Yeah. Fun.
So yeah, so I can through Discord now I can see both Kevin and Dara.
Same.
Oh, yeah, I have
And I
to.
can hear all
Turn
three
your
of you.
camera on.
You're probably not going to see me. I apologize. Because
How dare
the
you.
camera's stupid. Oh, no, it might actually. Well, let me fix everything. We'll worry about that later.
Just thank you for rolling with us, everybody.
Yeah.
So, now did the Cyber Knight have any questions for Tannhauser?
Yeah, aren't we taking a train? Why do we need transport? I thought we were taking a train out east.
You're taking the train to Lexington, Kentucky area, which is he points out on the map. You're taking it
Yeah.
to Lexington, which is let me pull out the ruler here on this whiteboard thing, which is about 500 miles away. But then you're gonna travel. Let me clear off by clicking off the ruler and clicking back onto the ruler. Nope, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, should have clicked the
Oh,
hand
yeah,
so I can move
it's-
the map. No one can see
So,
what I'm
so,
doing.
so Town Hazard, I understand that it's a very long journey, and the details and the specifics of the distance are really not that much of a concern. I understand that once we depart this magical electric train thing that you mentioned, we're going to need transport of some kind.
It's then another 500 miles.
I don't like walking, but I'm very used to it, sir.
Okay.
I mean, if you need a driver, you have one. Cecile just kind of waves.
But
Oh,
I'm just saying, if you don't trust the vehicle that the Techno-Wizard has brought to Kentucky, we can have one on. You can. We have arranged for you to be able to access one at Stormspire, but if you don't need it, that would save us a lot of money.
we'll figure out something when we get there. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Techno-Wizards are weird. We have plenty around here. They do strange shit. They're all quirky and fun. They think it's a lot, but
Reflexively looks over at the box the dog left.
the box of coffee seems to vibrate slightly and then stop as you look at it, like it was reacting to your
Great.
glare.
Oh, good. Good.
They did put up your fashion picture on the stream. It's a good picture of you, Fox.
Oh, thank you.
It's what I think of as like a fashion like headshot. All right. It's gonna be a long one. Movement through that area is kind of slow. Most of the major roads are simply ash.
Nice.
So, yeah. I'm being weird about this, and I acknowledge that. But I'll be able to give you answers later, I think.
And why
We be
not?
concerned about. Go ahead, Sincere. I
As
think you're about to ask the same question I am.
I think so. Is there any reason why we cannot know now? It might help us be prepared.
The answer is yes, there is a reason you can't know now.
Good.
Well, then I guess we're all about to have a little lesson in trust. Tannhauser, you're a upstanding man. I'm sure you wouldn't lead us wrong, as I kind of fix him with this very, like, intense, like, you wouldn't fuck us, right? Kind of glare.
He looks at you like all right, give me a notice on Tannhauser right now
Sure.
to read his body language, get the vibe
Absolutely.
of.
I'd love to notice things. I'm gonna roll some dice.
The thing I was fidgeting fell to the
Well.
floor. I'll have to find something new and quiet to fidget with.
What
Finding
a
something
mood
new
that
to
is.
fidget with is easy. Something finding new and quiet to fidget with, that's a little tougher.
That.
As long as you're not fidgeting with my heart. On account of, I rolled a 2 and a 2, so that's a hot miss.
And I was just like, look, I know you're capable of handling any amount of the amount of danger I expect. You're more than capable of it. If I sent a group I thought was only capable of handling the danger I expect, I'd send a much less experienced group. What I'm saying is, you're all good at what you do. You're all experts in your own way. None of you are deep magic users, so I thought you'd be able to. You wouldn't cramp the style of a techno-wizard who likes to talk about how much magic they know.
Are we sure
well.
about that? The magic thing, as Saussure just points like a clawed finger over in Rainier's direction. I have seen you make snow.
I'm far from a magical expert. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and if I mean we have too much expertise, oh no. Oh no, you're too prepared.
It was the Techno-Wizard little comment you made about the not feeling in competition, I guess. But you know what? I don't really care. Competition is healthy for everybody, so it's fine.
Sure.
Now she's sniffing at the box of Joe just because it keeps moving, and she's like, "What is this?"
It's actually in another conference room, but you can smell that. It smells like freshly brewed dark roast.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right.
And
I heard "and," but then nothing afterwards.
it's just, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to point out to you, yes, it does smell delicious, and it's not for us, so we're going to leave it where it's been left.
I'm sorry, what?
The coffee.
What coffee? Oh, god damn it.
It's
The dog coffee.
Is
Don't
there,
drink the dog coffee.
don't drink the dog coffee. I mean,
It's a thing that one of my friends likes to do to me.
have a
They just
dog
don't know that I'm not in the mood today.
have a dog drop off coffee? That's a strange prank to play on someone.
It's a running joke. Run
Rainier, why does
on.
it sound like you're getting ideas over there?
I just remarked that it was a strange prank to play on somebody because I'm not really sure where the prank comes in, but obviously it's a story I'm not privy to. Anyway, shall we?
I spilled coffee on the ceiling once. All right. Fine. Sorry. Anyway. Everything is set for you to go.
We should definitely.
Weird Bill will take you to Paducah.
Oh,
And from
God.
there you'll catch the lightning rail. Sorry about Weird Bill.
You don't have any other leyline walkers available right now?
He's the only one that's always available.
You know how weird he smells.
Yeah, he smells like an old pack of chewing gum.
No, I'm not talking about the aroma. I'm talking about the way he sniffs people.
Yeah.
All right.
yes,
Let's do this. The sooner we... Oh, you haven't met Weird Bill, have you?
I assume she has not.
No.
Oh, I think I would remember someone named Weird Bill.
Oh. You're
Weird Bill.
gonna remember Weird Bill. Come, it'll be an adventure.
Good, great. Let's go, I guess.
Just
Gets
All right. You head out of the conference area of the castle you're in, which is Castle Refuge. It is a dwarven-built castle in Branson, Missouri, which is fortified by surrounding walls and armed with everything from glitter boys, who are 10-foot tall, gleaming paladins with cannons that shoot tank rounds at supersonic speeds, to the Sky Knights, who are four-armed eagle lizard people that use cloud magic. There's also regular infantry and guys, just a cowboy with a gun, and someone comes by on a cyborg comes by on a motorcycle. You make your way over to the pyramid portion, which is actually underground, so the pyramid is not sticking out. Pyramids are how many people use dimensional travel. You go into the area marked teleportation this way. There's a big clear sign.
Like, what does this underground pyramid chamber look like? I mean, like, how big is this pyramid? Like, are we talking like this pyramid is 3 feet tall, 8
No,
feet tall, 100
The
feet tall?
pyramid is about 30 feet tall underground. It is a massive, let's say 100-foot chamber with 30-foot tall pyramid in it. There's railings all around the top. There's a couple of platforms that go to touch where the top of the pyramid. In this room, you feel immense magic. You can see like a kind of light blue sparkle everywhere. And you see a bunch of Atlanteans and other Atlanteans are at least at minimum 6 foot tall with pointy ears and extremely sharp looks, covered in magic tattoos, or have a few magic tattoos. And they are the dimensional masters of stone pyramids. They use these to connect places via magic. The pyramid here is well lit. There is a couple of armed forces, and there are signs on the wall that say things like, "Caution, no unannounced dimensional material. Fragmentation may occur."
Oh, okay.
Days since last accident, and it is in the thousands at this point. Oh, yeah, it's in the thousands at this point.
Oh. That's heartening.
Yeah. There's a list of things on the wall that say, basics of dimensional travel. The magic will not allow you to go somewhere you couldn't survive for at least a short period. You will not fall directly into lava.
Comforting.
Only indirectly.
Do not take food from Fae. There's another one that says... there's another one that says, sometimes kindness is your only real solution. And another one that says, the above one is a lie, just fucking shoot everything.
Is that written in like Sharpie or something?
Yeah,
like,
that one's written a little
Good.
unprofessionally.
Good.
And it looks like someone tried to scrub it out once,
Yeah.
but didn't try so hard.
Ah, Jericho. Always with the editorializing.
Yeah.
Who
So,
put up these signs?
a man with blue robes, he's a little heavy set, comes walking up to you and goes, "Oh, I put him up originally. Hi! I'm Bill."
Oh, Christ.
Huh.
Bill has kind of like a short beard, a round, jolly good-looking guy. He's wearing glasses. He has what looks to be like a breathing apparatus that he has taken off and is hanging on one shoulder. He's got a blue cape which kind of sparkles the way the room sparkles. And he's wearing blue jeans. He's got like a laser pistol on one side and a wand holster on the other. Yes, he has
Makes-
3 wands in there.
That makes me real happy. That's cool.
And he's got a number of like charms hanging around his neck of different symbols, different mystical protection symbols. He goes, Well, I'll be taking you today. I see you're going to Merktown, but you're not staying, so...
Hi, Bill.
Hi. Oh, Adelaide, how you doing?
I would am in a gigantic hurry. Yes, so the sooner we can...
You... Okay. Okay.
You look disappointed, which, by the tenets of my order, do compel me to say they're there. But that's about all the, comfort
I know
you're
you're
going
lying.
to
I know you don't actually find my dimensional fish interesting.
I really don't, and I don't lie. I actually can't lie. That's, again, one of the things I'm not allowed to do.
I
Which
also
is
know
why
that's
I
a
had to
lie.
be... Okay, well, listen, I'm trying to be as polite as I can manage, but, we
You always get
really,
like
my
this with me.
companions...
Would you like a pack of gum?
I would not like a pack of gum,
Would
and
either of you
gritty
two
teeth.
like a pack of gum?
I suspect my companions, as I like through gritted teeth look at the two of you, would probably also not like, as I'm doing the crossing my neck with a hand motion, a pack of gum, shaking my head left and right.
Cecira's
This-
already started going into like we're going out mode. So she actually she's putting a gas mask on her own face that covers her mouth and just goes, a little late for me. Thank you though. She's getting the rest of her disguise mode on slowly but surely.
You won't owe me anything for it.
This is incredible.
That's
You two have quite
a good word for it.
repertoire.
Yes. That's also a good word for it, yes. Bill and I just have some history. I've done a lot of traveling around Castle Refuge. Bill is reliable and an expert at his profession of ley line walking.
Rainier just waves at the signs again and goes, are these all things you've learned in your travels?
They're things I sometimes think are funny.
They are
Someone
funny.
has to.
They're
Here you
very
go,
funny.
and holds out a pack of 1991 to 1992 Peachy hockey cards.
Rainier's eyes sparkle almost aggressively, and they take the cards and just say,
Inside the cards,
"Sparkle."
you can feel there is a long stick of just the hardest material you've ever seen. And he goes, "Oh, I'll show you how to do this." Opens the pack of cards, takes the cards, throws them into space. They just kind of disappear when he throws them. You see one that says Wayne Gretzky just disappear. Takes this purple stick and just like cracks it in half and starts chewing it.
I wince. I visibly wince.
Just Rainier like tears it open and pulls out the cards, and one of them has like foil on it, and they just kind of turn it in their hand, just watching it sparkle for a second. Go,
It says Mario Lemieux.
so these are garbage.
Yes.
I like this one, and just sticks it like nowhere in particular, just inside.
Oh, do you want the rest of them?
I just like that one. It's sparkly.
Oh, none of these were sparkly. As he pulls them back out into existence.
Just hands back the other ones, and then
Oh,
looks at the gum, and it's just like,
All right, and like as you're looking at it, turns and doesn't see if you eat it or not.
I could kill a man with this. Fascinating. And just starts following, just eyes on the gum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I suspect Bill has been trying to for a number of years now. So if we could depart to the platform.
Bill is on the platform and is like, okay, this will take about 2 minutes. So just stand in the big circle, please. As a dimensional traveler, you're familiar. This is a teleport serval that has been inlaid into the platform in different materials. So there's like a brass inlay on this floor that has been glazed over for it to be a solid mega damage capable of taking like immense amounts of damage before breaking or altering. Because when you have a teleport circle, you don't want something to break the circle mid-teleport. So this place has been well engineered, well designed. You've seen places like this. You've seen pyramids like this. But you've never seen anyone like Weird Bill. And Weird Bill's just like, as long as you're in a circle, you don't have to hold hands if you don't want to, and puts out his hands.
What does what does standing inside the circle feel like to Rainier?
For Rainier, it feels like getting ready. It feels like it's that the door is about to open and you're about to go out into the concert. Like you're about to hit the stage. It's that feeling for Rainier because it is. You have been in these circles and then dropped immediately into battle before.
Oh, they're just like kind of bouncing on the balls of their feet slightly and doesn't even notice Bill's hand is still just staring at the gum. And like, if you listen to them, they're like, I wonder if I took a whetstone to this, if I could hit someone with this. I think it might be harder than a blade. And it's just literally just out of it.
Cecile, everything is starting to make your hair, it's like static on your fur a little. You have the feeling like if you stood here for 10 minutes, it'd start to look like when someone touches one of those big balls and their hair goes up.
Oh no. So any parts of her hair that aren't usually flipped out, most of it is, but the rest of it's just kind of slowly all matching and going up and out.
Should
and
we
her
take a brief
tail is puffing.
I was gonna say, should we take a brief moment? Because I don't think we've mentioned about Cecile an aspect of what her character is. I don't think have we mentioned that you're a raccoon lady yet this episode?
Well,
Okay.
not this episode, besides my quick little rundown, but like she has like the silver hair with some like black in it, and it's starting to kind of like, it usually flips out in certain spots, but now it's starting to really flip out. The ear tufts that she has, which she is currently hiding under a bandana because she's getting ready to go out into everywhere else.
Yeah.
It covers her ears, but the last thing you see is them all like puffed out. And then her tail, which does stick out, but she kind of calls it a fashion accessory when she's out and about. That's all puffed out now. But as she's like putting her mask on her face, she has a gas mask that's kind of like pretty flat, comes to a point at the nose, and it looks like she's drawn like sharp teeth on it, like a raccoon mouth on it. And she's putting her goggles down, so slowly but surely she is disappearing under her outfit, but her hair is still just slowly coming out and flipping up.
Cecile is your classic TMNT style raccoon person who is definitely trying to downplay the fact that they are a human mutant.
Yep.
Lady Adelaide, tell us what your armor looks like right now.
Yeah, no, at the moment, most of it is hidden underneath a this kind of ratty brown cloak poncho thing that she wears. That's covered in a lot of road wear and stains and frayed along the bottom, but because she's doing like the Batman, like I've got my cape pulled around me kind of thing at the moment because she's feeling a little closed off from our good friend Bill. But you can see along the bottom, and bits of it get revealed as she just plunks herself down in the middle of the circle, just like cross-legged, almost in sort of a meditative pose. We see that there is this gleaming, very, very, in stark contrast to her cloak, that's very almost unnervingly shiny and clean, a cobalt blue armor. These from like gauntlets up to her shoulders and chest. She's not wearing a helmet at the moment, but it is traced with these currently darkened lines of black at the joints and tracing along at certain points that look cool and magical.
And let's complete it with Rainier. Give us your physical appearance.
Rainier's polished armor and clean and somehow just grossly inappropriate for this environment clothes are kind of glittering like they've been sewn through with silver thread, which in some places they have been, but there's no shifting of light that would cause it. It's just kind of like a little bit going on, and it has started since they walked into the circle. The armor seems to be glittering, and it almost looks as if there are ice crystals across it. But when you get if you were to get close, you would realize that there's no frost, but it kind of it has that sparkle to it, like morning grass on the first frost of the winter. And that same sparkle is kind of in their eyes as they're gleeful, almost in like a childlike way, that they're traveling and they have a thing that they have not experienced before and are getting ready to go through this ley line to someplace where they might have to do a violence.
Weird Bill goes, okay, so the world, if you've never been before, I almost went to Tannhauser. Weird Bill goes, well, if you've never been before, it's going to zap us along real fast along the ley line, and we're going to come out in a field. It's going to get blue. If your stomach gets sick, that's fine. Just don't get it on others. Okay. All right, let's go. And it just goes like this, and the entire world around you shifts. It takes about a solid minute of where they like. Imagine you're just traveling through a blue lightning bolt. You're in the middle of the lightning bolt, essentially. You can't really make out anything coming past or around you. Rainier, as this is happening, you do actually see something.
Mm-hmm.
You see a shadow of an approving smirk. Just like I'm sorry, not a shadow, a glint of an approving smirk. As though something from a long distance away just noticed that you were moving through a ley line. Rainier, this is your boss's boss feeling approval. It's also the kind of attention that should make you a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like there's no reason for that boss to acknowledge me. Yeah. And then you are suddenly in a field. There's trees of all kind, deciduous trees around you. You're now in a kind of open field. You can see about a mile off there's a town. Not a town, a city with built-up walls. And there are people flying above it in various means. You're very near, you're like still on the ley line. So you can see people floating on what are called hoverboards, which are just like, I always think of it as, remember Kit from Tailspin? Like that, except it glides on magic.
I will never forget Kit Cloud Kicker. To the day I die, he's out there kicking clouds.
One or two of the Techno-Wizards have that style. Another have like the straight up Goblin Glider from Spider-Man. Kind of style wingboard. And that you do see what looks to be some kind of Apache helicopter come and like land off in the distance. And Bill directs you over towards a place where you see a giant train. The train's face looks like a screaming demon face. I forgot to look up a picture of the lightning train.
Neat.
Well, that's usually the sort of thing I kill. Not what I was expecting, I gotta be honest.
And it is... I don't know how to Google it off the top. Oh, there it is. There it is. It is a long train that is glowing with blue-black energy. I'm gonna take this picture, copy image, and then throw it into Riley's Discord.
Oh, so you can put it in chat if you want to, because it is allowed.
Well, I want to throw the whole picture.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to link to it. I just want to put the whole picture in the Gunmetal Soul.
Yeah. I cannot move anything on my Discord. I have to leave it exactly
Don't worry about it.
so I can scroll like this much at a time.
Yeah, you can't do anything with your Discord at the moment. I'll throw it into this chat.
Yeah,
as well.
okay, so Yeah, so like imagine a blackened skull with along its jawline almost a you know how Wolverine's got those mutton chops going on, except it's a fucking spiked fence sticking out from the jawline with horns coming off of the top of the skull and streaking back into the engine of the train and just tracing down the side the sides of the front of the train engine. For that, just a normal train. The rest of the train's just a normal train.
It's just train. It's fine.
The train is in fact floating about 3 feet off the ground, and there is steps up to it. Underneath, there are train wheels that are sparking blue, and seem to be keeping it in place. See if I can throw it in the other chat as well. Just throw it
Yeah.
everywhere. I
Throw
don't
it
think
everywhere.
that'll work. Yeah, I can't put it into Twitch chat.
Fine.
Yeah. So it is. Oh, I know what I can do so Riley can see it. Paste.
I can see it. No, I like I said, I can
gotcha.
scroll a little at a time, but I can see it. We're good.
All right. So you. There are just humans taking tickets on the train. You see a couple of all different kinds of people getting on the train here. You see a couple of other Techno-Wizard or leyline walkers that look like Bill, who are working the train. You see 2 of them that are working the train. You see a couple of 9-foot tall, muscular reptilians who are like checking people's tickets. You see a person with red skin and black devil horns, and are holding the hand of a child, which also has red skin and black devil horns. And they have a whole bunch of bags, and they're getting onto the train. You see a couple of humans, and it appears this isn't the cheapest way to travel, but it is damned fast. And you see someone goes, "You must, hello, hello, hello." And this woman, she is wearing a, what looks to be like, suspenders and a button-down shirt, with black pants, and she's carrying a kind of what looks to be steampunk coat on her shoulder.
So like a coat with pipes and gears.
A coat with literal pipes and gears along the edges of it.
Okay.
And she goes, "Hello," and you see her hair is actually a series of tiny feathers that are in kind of have been styled into a bit of a box cut, kind of.
Neat.
Her skin is a touch more red than a normal human's. But at first glance, you could think this person was a human. They go, "Oh, hello, you must be the group that Tannhauser was sending, yes?" Oh,
And you must be our contact.
I'm Neville, yes. Hello.
It's Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you. And no, wrong character.
too.
Adelaide, nice to meet you. And I offer a hand.
Goes to shake your hand. This is a hand that has it's a mechanic's hand with scars, and there's a bit of grease on the nails. No, there's not. There's a bit of grease under the nails, but the nail polish it looks like there was nail polish on there once. And most of it's chipped the hell away. Her hand is definitely someone who's used to doing like physical things. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention she has a 2 what look to be 6 guns on her hips. And a backpack which also has weird pipes on it. Weird metallic copper piping. She shakes her hand and goes, "Hello. Yes, I'm Carrie Neville. I'm a Techno-Wizard."
It's an absolute, again, pleasure to meet you. As I said, I'm Adelaide. These are my compatriots, and I like indicate Cecile and Rainier.
Holds out hands for Igia. Or goes to shake hands, but if you don't reciprocate, won't make it.
Rainier will look for a second and then shake, then starts actually searching through pockets.
Okay.
Not her pockets.
Yeah,
Their
I
own
know.
pockets. It's like, hi, hold on, wait, let me. Sorry.
I thought that was my shot.
I was gonna say, I'm just like sitting here turning, like, excuse you, this is why we have our
Sasir's actually been like holding like her clawed hands are dug into her pants as she's like leaning forward and kind of using them instead of putting all the pressure on her like knees bent over. She's like using her pants to kind of hang on, and she's just kind of like, oh, hold on, the world is just spinning.
Oh yes, teleportation will do that to some people, or ley line walking will do that to some people.
That was a ride. Oh,
I don't know. I
and
sometimes find it relaxing.
her voice sounds like it's coming through a walkie-talkie because of the gas mask. As she like kind of sees the hand like out of the corner of her peripheral that she now has with the goggles, and just kind of reaches her hand and goes, "I apologize. I am usually a little more.
Don't worry about it, love. You're perfectly fine."
Whew. I am used to doing the flipping myself, not the world flipping for me." Oh.
Yeah. The handshake is not like I'm kind of crushing. Not I'm crushing your hand. It's a strong, solid handshake. It isn't like a princess handshake. I don't know. Well, you know what I mean, though. Sometimes
Yes.
not like, oh, here's my let's handshake. It's business handshake. Anyway.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I'll fill you all in as we take the train. I've got the compartment. I've been assured of privacy, and I don't think anyone's following me. So that's wonderful for once.
Just one moment. And Rainier fishes out a chipped die, a single die that somewhere along the way they collected, turns to Bill, puts the die in his hand, smiles, and then turns to follow.
You hear one go, cool! Yeah. Bill just kind of fades into sparkles with the die as he leyline walks away.
That wasn't a bomb, was it?
No.
More's the pity.
Should I have? You'd have to warn me ahead of time.
Please, no, absolutely do not bomb. Bill is very weird, but we don't bomb our friends. We don't bomb our friends. We don't bomb our friends. Which she says as she's turning away from you, saying it more to herself than to you. We don't bomb our friends.
I wouldn't have. He gave me a gift.
Some gifts aren't worth taking, but we should probably get on the train.
A 3-foot tall being with little very round in the middle, wearing what appears to be the largest conductor's hat, which makes them appear to be 6 feet tall. They're half hat, and have little like the little finger things near their mouth. They go, all aboard!
No.
As we like move towards getting on the train, there's a moment as I just kind of like linger a little too long staring at that giant fuck awful skull on the front of the train. It just there's sort of this moment of staring at it with this uncomfortable familiarity of giant fuck awful skulls that you can kind of it's obvious enough on her face that Adelaide's a little ill at ease around this thing. But otherwise continues to move forward and get on the train.
Sasir actually comes up. She's starting to kind of like get the world back underneath her feet again. She comes up and kind of also admires the train for a second and goes, I knew someone back home that looks like that. And then looks at Adelaide and goes, have you seen him? As you seem a little shaken by the train.
There's a beat. Seen enough giant skulls for 10 lifetimes is all. But I'm sure this one's fine.
Is that a usual circumstance here in this area?
This close to
Yeah, you're entering the magic zone, so a lot of magic things would be around here.
Okay.
They would, but we're a ways off from coalition territory, aren't we?
You actually kind of left coalition territory a bit ago. As for
Yeah.
those who aren't overly aware, Sasir would be aware. Rainier would have been clued in somewhat, but the Coalition is a giant human supremacist organization based out of Chicago area that took the skull as their logo, and by human supremacist I mean anything they don't think of as human, they kill.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
giant
Cybernetics
black
don't much care
skull,
for them.
yeah. And recently, a couple years ago, won a war against a magical city called Tolkien, which was destroyed.
So, yeah, without like I'm clearly talking to Cecile, but I'm still kind of half looking at the front of the train, and in response to her question, it's this deep into the magic zone? No, but saw enough of them in the war.
Just kind of taking a moment to think about it and going, ah, and she takes the dagger out that she got from when we did session 0. Or
Oh,
from
yeah,
episode
that's
1,
right.
where she gets a dagger that has the coalition skull in it that she
Oh, yeah.
rubbed out.
Yeah.
It's just, you can just see little corners and little bits of it still, but it's mostly gone. Like, I think I understand now. And
Yeah.
kind of flips the dagger in her hand, catches it by the handle, and then kind of wavers for a second because she's dizzy again.
It's an easy friend.
I don't think I like Leyland travel too much. Okay. Let's get
Oh.
on the train, I guess.
Don't worry about it. Trust me, the more you do it, it never gets any easier at all. As I just like put an arm around you and pull you towards the train.
Oh, great. Excellent.
Hmm.
Rainier?
Hmm?
I was just making sure you were there. I could not see you.
I'm following.
There's too
Alright.
many Adelaides.
I will say that ley line travel has never bothered me.
I am not surprised. Just quiet.
So Kari Neville leads you into one of the nicer cabins, towards the middle, towards the back of the train, actually. And you see a couple of odd alien things. You see a couple of you see what looks to be a 9-foot tall wolf person wearing wizard's robes walk past down towards another part of the train. There is talking to a cyborg the whole way, a 8-foot tall cyborg with a drill bit for an arm, and all the things you see in Rifts.
No, normal people doing normal things. Yeah.
Normal people doing normal things.
Just don't shake his hand.
Well, shake his hand.
The
Just
other
don't
hand.
shake his drill bit. Yeah.
I guess yes. Don't shake this drill. Fair. I guess it doesn't constitute a hand so much.
Oh, if he takes the bit off and finds where he left his other hand, it's a thing. Anyway, you're brought into this room, which seems to be actually slightly larger than, like, the door is about one person wide, and the door next to it is about another person away. So it's like door, small space, door. As you open the door, it goes into a room that is clearly a little larger than the space you left. You go, in here, this is dimensionally shielded, so it should be stable as long as... and secure.
Convenient.
Yes, the people at Stormspire are geniuses with this sort of thing. I've never known how to do this myself, but they experts at what they do. Stormspire develops Techno-Wizard weaponry, if you haven't been familiar with them.
Heard a bit.
I've been once or twice. Hell of a town. As I make my way inside and just I'm kind of very much like doing that, looking around the corners of the room, very casually, like probably not a trap, but you know.
And there's actually like very nice armchairs, which are like red leather armchairs. There's a table. There is a mini fridge that is plugged into one of the walls and running. there is a thing that says hot drinks above it, and it's like one of those espresso, like it's a cappuccino machine that puts out the mixed powder cappuccino kind of thing you see at a Wawa or a.
Yeah, that wonderful nationwide chain.
Yeah, I'm
Wawa.
trying to think. Does everybody have like a cappuccino? Like it's like a. It
Well,
also
I
makes
mean-
hot chocolate if you hold down the button and it fills up the cup with
Oh.
like a cappuccino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that.
kind of like a Keurig kind of thing, but fancier.
Yeah, but on an
It's
industrial
fancier.
level.
Convenience store coffee, you always see that little pff of something else come
I was
out
just
when the
gonna say
fluid
that.
comes out.
That's just the magic coming out. It's fine. That's what gives it the magicalness.
Listen,
Must
Mocha
be
Wake
magic.
Up from Wawa is magical. You're absolutely right.
Hashtag Goose Proud, man. Are you kidding me?
All right, and you and there's a table in the middle of the room, and she taps on the table twice, and a little a little map of you are here, like, and you know the train's hotel, the hotel TV menu for the train comes up. Estimated arrival time 2 hours. Covering this much area in Rift's Earth in 2 hours is pretty miraculous.
That's kind of banana pants fast, certainly.
Yeah. You are taking a magical train that is going to bypass a number of dangerous areas. Normally, you'd have to do this in a different, cheaper manner, but someone has tapped into their personal funds to make this mission possible.
Like Magic Train.
As I am availing myself of the hot drink dispenser machine that hopefully will not turn me into a frog, I just kind of fiddling with that, and then shortly thereafter head over to one of those big empty chairs, and without really looking at our fun new companions. So, you said there was in to be filling, so feel free to fill us in.
Do you do phrasing? I was with recently a group that did phrasing a lot, and they would just say phrasing, and that was the whole joke, and I didn't really get it for a while, but now I've gotten in the habit of just saying phrasing.
I'm afraid phrasing is against my code. I will refrain from being so colorful in my speech. What do you need us to do? Well, that's really what I'm going for as I plop down with my drink.
Please be at ease. I simply would like us to go to the ruins of a city that was destroyed in the apocalypse, and we will dig through part of it looking for a key that was attached to a kite when a gentleman believed himself to have discovered lightning, some say. I mean, you don't discover lightning, it's a natural phenomenon that happens.
No, lightning
But
discovers you.
discovering that lightning was in fact an electrical phenomenon. And the amount of thought and people have put into this key attached to a kite over the thousands of years since, or is it hundreds? I forget this planet's timeline. I'm not from this planet, but I'm fascinated with it. I find it to be interesting that only on a planet like this would something develop a myth so quickly, and I want to see if it still exists. And I know it still exists. I want to see if it's what it is now. Does it shoot lightning? Can it harness lightning? I want to know what this world has done with a myth.
Mm-hmm. And I take a sip of my drink. I mean, the wheels turning over there, Rainier. You got something?
I appreciate the fact that mere thought may have made this something more than it was. That's fascinating.
It's curious. I mean, not
Many
the
things
usual
are
sort of. Oh, go ahead.
many things are more than what people think of them.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
I sure am.
Rainier just smiles, but just flash of sharp canines, and then just goes to the cappuccino machine and is just kind of like, and just starts filling a cup.
My
Everybody
eyes are
here's
just
like,
floating between the two of them.
depending on where that mini fridge is, you hear like a loud clinking and clanking noise.
Yes.
And you just see like Sasir's back, and like tail that hangs out just kind of every once in a while like flinching and like flicking at the edge. And she turns around with like, what's in this fridge?
In this fridge is a number of different. You see bottled cokes, glass bottle cokes. You see something called Cola, which has a little triangular sign in front of it that says 7 credits each. It is a psionic activating cola, which some say can be quite addictive, but to you tastes like ass, as you are not psionically capable.
We call it butt cola.
It's just so awful. It tastes like you're like, why would anyone put this anywhere near them? Have you ever had Boost? You know how some people
Yes.
fucking love Boosts?
Yeah, I am not one of them anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh
nope,
Christ, yeah.
cannot do that anymore.
But that again is a Jersey centric thing somewhat. Yeah. Fucking Boost.
Sorry. Oh my god.
So
Anyway.
there's regular Coke in here.
There is full sugar Cokes, there is bottled waters, there is
Full sugar, good.
all of those seem to be complimentary, but and there is a couple of beers. Those also have a little pop-up tent with 7 credits each.
So, Cecile turns around with like the full sugar like bottled Coke because that's totally what you want to give a raccoon lady. And out of her pouch comes like a little like just like a wrench, and she just takes the cap off.
Oh, I'll
And-
have one of those if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure. And she takes it out very quickly and like passes it along, and then
I'll let that sit for a minute and starts tapping the top of the Coke.
and she starts reaching like to the back of her mask and starts pulling out a tube,
Okay.
and she dunks it into the bottle, and it starts sucking up through the tube into her mask.
Gotcha.
She has a built-in crazy straw in her mask.
Love it.
Mhm.
Cecile? Honey?
Hmm?
As I'm just kind of like there's that like squinted, closed-eyed, kind of like rubbing the back of my head. Is there a reason you're wearing you could just take the mask off to drink. You can just drink the drink. It's okay.
You see, like, the liquid goes back down through the tube before you hear the voice come back through the mask. I am adjusting, I guess. I suppose I could wait till the last half hour, considering the wolfman I saw. And, she'll pull the tube back out and, like, take her mask down, and, like, she just kind of goes, is there a sink in here?
If you touch on that wall, that will open to the restroom.
Ah, excellent.
It's
and
one of those fancy hidden doors that they.
Oh, interesting. Mercy. And she just goes over, like, still. Now she's just drinking the Coke right out of the bottle, but now she needs to go to the sink and, like, wash out her mask. So she'll be in there for, like, a couple of minutes doing that.
The door can be open, and if you have any questions, you can just yell them from in there.
Yeah. But you'll just hear water and just lots of scrubbing and rinsing and scrubbing and rinsing.
Very briefly, as you move in that direction, there's just a moment where we kind of like I get eye contact with you, like lower the cup and just like get your attention. I'm just like with this extremely sincere, like almost supernaturally like sincere and comforting tone of voice. There's just this no harm will come to you while you're in here, my friend. And then I just like let you pass.
It's, well, you understand why I do this.
Of course. Of course.
She just disappears into the washroom to clean her mask.
Now, as far as our route, I have 2 we could take. One's, well, maybe 3 if we decide to go a little further and don't feel the need to overly supply. I have a vehicle that will carry us at a good speed, and I can keep fully powered through magic, so refueling won't be an issue. But I think we should stop in either Char, which is a little south before we go north, or in the Pittsburgh. We could head either way, before we head further east towards the coastline. What I do expect us to run into is something called Chimerians. Touches a thing on the table, a picture of a cyborg Cindy Crawford holding an enormous lance that the front of it has kind of like an opening with energy firing out of it. This is clearly a 3D still picture someone has taken of a Chimerian in action, riding a 8-foot tall cyborg kind of wolfhound looking thing.
Marians. Yeah, I've tangled
Yes.
with them before. They're not to be treated with lightly. Honestly, if we can talk to them, it will last a lot longer.
I mean, if you need somebody to talk, I can handle that. And Rainier is back at the cappuccino machine.
They go, the Chimerians do seem to have, they are entirely female species.
I just kind of nod along, like,
And have,
like, I am aware of this. Yes,
and I
it's
believe
bizarre.
you might have a harder time. Again, I was with a man that said phrasing a lot, and he tried to talk to a Chimerian, and we should not have let him try. We should have known better.
I think what our magical friend here is trying to insinuate, Rainier, is that your wiles might fall on deaf ears with the single-minded and single-gendered Chimerians.
Who said anything about Wiles? Sucking down cappuccino. I simply said I would talk to them.
Anyway. Also, there's, where we're headed is Lenape territory. Traditionally, I believe there's still a few of their nation. We won't need to go near the New York Longhouses, so that the Longhouse nations shouldn't be an issue. And, they're just people. I'd never had a problem with any of the Native American tribes when I've been exploring other areas. I haven't been out here, but if we could head south towards Char and then up through the Washington area, which used to be a major metropolitan city. I've heard some rumors about there being interesting things there. I would love to see any number of old museums that were renowned to be there, full of artifacts when the apocalypse happened, but I don't know what's happened to that place since. Not much news comes out of the East Coast anymore.
So a
But
head pops
that's
out of the
bonus for
washroom.
later.
A head pops out of the washroom, and there's like a twitching under the bandana, the head bandana, and it just goes, "What kind of artifacts?"
Oh, historically important ones to what used to be America. The politically important ones to the Americans. I do hear there's some kind of weird aliens called republics, but no one knows too much about them.
There's weird aliens, and I'm just like, has the train started moving yet?
The train's been moving this whole time.
Okay. I kind of moved to the window, and there's this moment of just strange aliens. And I just kind of like I have got my cup like half lifted, and I just turn slowly and blink twice.
Well, it's strange
Half
because
the
no one
people on
knows
this
much
train
about
are
them.
aliens.
Well, no one knows much about them. That's what's strange.
Oh, of course. Goes back to finishing my cup.
And I've been informed you've all been able to successfully defeat a Splugorth faction before. There's a chance we'll see some over in this way. There are also plenty of farmsteads around. The Chimerians do allow cities even to sometimes be built. And by allow, I mean they don't bother them and will occasionally bring them food when times are lean. They seem to avoid contact with them most of the time. Also, I'm trying to think what else dangerous might be out there that my research has
Well,
brought up.
it's
Oh, sorry.
set down my cup and come over to our compatriot and just put a gentle hand on her shoulder. I'm sure whatever it is that you have made every effort to find us as reasonable and safe of a route as you can to it's more our final destination that I'm interested in. You have a location that you think we're going to find this Franklin key in?
Yes, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was a city on the eastern seaboard, which was
Philadelphia.
yes, it was very close to the coast, though not on it. Closer than it used to be, some would say. And it was historically important to the foundation of the American political system. And Benjamin Franklin was a major part of that. And this key that they used is said to channel lightning.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it was
Yes,
the discovery of it, as I as I recall.
in a way,
S-
yes.
So, then I to Philadelphia. Then, as I like raise now empty cup of coffee to the room.
To Philadelphia, and raises their Coke.
Coke bottle comes shooting out of the the washroom in like a slightly fuzzed hand, just like to Philadelphia, I guess, and then just disappears again. More washing.
But as it sounds like we have 2 hours to kill between here and there, I'm going to avail myself of this, and I turn and kind of point downwards. Wonderful chair that is just an absolute delight to sit in. As I kind of park my butt and then pull the hood up on my cloak and settle in a little bit, as though I'm going to sleep.
Well. Oh, that was okay. I have a contact in Nitro who I'd like to visit, and we'll stop there on their way, and from there we can pick to either head towards Pittsburgh or Char.
Sounds lovely.
All right. Well, I guess we do have some time. I could do some tinkering. Yes. Reaches into their coat and pulls out a bag that was bigger than their coat from inside the coat. Puts it down next to them, and there's the chunk of like a bag full of tools. Starts opening it and pulls out what seems to be an alarm clock that has, instead of bells, gems. I've been trying to get this to work, but I don't know. And starts like taking it apart. It's clearly something they've taken apart a million times. She's working on going, oh, if you do have any questions, I may hyper focus. I apologize. But do not be afraid to interrupt me if you need anything from me. Or if you just like to chat. I do like to chat, but sometimes I do hyper focus.
They have a bag of tools.
Yes.
Okay, so there's like a view of Cecile like just fastidiously washing like the mask. It's clean already, but
Yes.
she's still going. And there's that moment where there's that metal on metal clinking noise of tools, and there's another like tremor of ear under the bandana, and she just stops and then listens. And then hearing something getting taken apart, she kind of like pops back out again. But now she's like fully out and just like, what do you have there?
Oh, I have a wide array of different materials and magical accoutrement that I use to build clever devices that function, that focus magic. It's something on my home planet we never really thought we would understand, but here I just found people using them both together, and I was just fascinated.
Interesting. And Cecile kind of like sniffs like in their general area.
Yeah.
And you said they had like oil, like motor oil or something like
Yes, there is
similar on their hands?
there is a bottle of like there's WD-40 in the bag. You can tell there's it is everything in your tinkering kit plus everything that would be in a New Age crystal lovers kit. Plus
okay.
everything that would be kind of in a herbologist's kit.
Gotcha.
They are taking some kind of thin twine made out of like naturally grown vine and are weaving it into and are compressing it into a coil and placing it into the clock parts of the old style, mechanical alarm clock that they have opened up, and there are gears. They roll out a canvas, put the alarm clock on it, and gears are within 5 minutes. Gears are just arrayed in a very kind of deliberate. This goes here pattern on the.
Fucking love Techno-Wizards, and I miss playing mine so much.
Uh,
But please continue with your scene.
Cecile looks fascinated watching this, and she's just like a claw, kind of pulling at her lower lip as she's thinking and watching, going, "It is nice to meet another tinkerer
Oh, do you
out
dabble?
here." As I do, I was a bit of a mechanic back home.
Oh, and do you incorporate magic into it?
No, just straight technology. I am afraid magic is not my strong suit, though it's interesting, at the very least.
Well-
What are you trying to do with this clock exactly?
So I'm assembling this clock to act as either. I haven't determined if I want it to be kind of like an alarm for when something enters within a certain territory, and will keep a protective cloak over us during a camping or kind of like an alarm spell, or if I want it to be some kind of sonic attack. I've tried to think that I might work it into a crystal.
The hood shifts upwards very slightly at the phrase "sonic attack." Just doesn't fully come awake, but there's just sort of this very obvious I'm sorry, fucking what kind of look.
I think it all depends on how I will tune the clangor of the crystal bells that I am installing into it. But I've yet to determine what the final function of this will be. It's been a long-term project. It's kind of like what I tinker on. I also think that I might be able to have it, I don't know, jump us forward in time, but I don't see much of a use for that right now. By a minute.
Oh, I mean, would it just jump those who are using it on?
I mean, it would matter on how I did program it. For me, for now, it's only personal because I've been traveling alone for the last month.
It's a good getaway.
Is it? Because it doesn't change your. I currently have it. Oh, you know what? Huh. If I decoupled it from the planetary rotation, that could change things. Oh, and starts taking one of the gears and starts filing off a little piece of one of the gears. That might work a little better.
I see. She's kind of just looking at some of the gears and kind of poking them and pushing them around and just trying to see
Many of them are traditional gears, but some of them are made of obscure materials. One of them does seem to be made out of a stone, like gray granite. Another one is clearly cut from quartz. It is a quartz-shaped gear, or a gear-shaped quartz. But your familiarity with also rocks that might be stolen and sold, it looks like it was either cut naturally into that shape or grown in a mold, which is weird for quartz.
Oh, does this happen? And she holds that particular gear up, and she does it in a way where both Adelaide and Rainier will also be able to see it.
Oh, yes, I had the hardest time finding one of those. I mean, I had to trade a slithing for it.
I'm sorry, a what?
Slithing.
Do I know what that is?
No, you have never heard of such a thing. Oh, it was a pet snake from my home planet. Snake being the closest term to what you would understand it to be.
I hope the new owner knows what they were getting into.
Oh, yes. They're probably even still alive.
I hope it was just a bit more. You can just see these that squinting not sure if serious eyes from underneath the hood now, but she says nothing.
Are things dangerous where you come from?
I mean, things are dangerous everywhere, love. I mean,
That we can agree on.
Yes. I'm from a place called the Anvil Galaxies, the United Worlds of Warlock, which are forever distant away, thankfully, and there's always someone fighting someone over something.
And
And they have
unfortunately, I'm only on
magic
audio,
forces.
so you can't see me squinting at you right now.
War does
We'll
seem
talk
to be
later.
as much of a pastime as it is actually a means for solving anything.
Unfortunately for the Krigor, yes, it does seem to be what they enjoy doing and how they define themselves. But they're an invading force that likes to invade, and we fight them off where we can. And I will say the political leadership of the United Wards of Warlock has never been my favorite, and I disagree with many of their colonial activities in the Thunderhead Galaxy. But I have left for good reason.
Yeah, war's a real bastard, huh?
Yes,
How long have you been on Earth?
about 2 years.
Sorry, forgive me. I'm just a bit impressed then that you must be very good at your job. Earth's not an easy place to make it in. So I
I'm
settle
a
back
quick
into the
learner.
chair.
I'm a quick learner. Yes. I'm good at my job. My job is really whatever I decide it to be anymore. I invented a thing or two, sold the plants to Stormspire, and decided that I didn't want to work for anyone anymore.
Yes, well, wizards aren't known for their scruples.
Well,
So sorry to say the quiet part out loud. Apologies.
there are. Here's the thing. Okay,
Fair enough. On second thought, maybe a nap wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I'll go take a walk along the train. Keep an eye out for trouble, perhaps. Excuse me. As I get up to go leave the room.
all right.
Oh,
Yes. Go ahead.
if Adelaide leaves, Rainier will fill their cup one more time. Which I don't know if nobody's been counting. That's
No.
probably for the best. And will actually follow Adelaide out of the room.
Yeah, unless anybody stops me, yeah, Adelaide just kind of excuses herself and departs.
Yeah, so Sierra's very distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they will walk you through what they're doing. None of it. Some of it makes no sense at all. Like that shouldn't be touching that. That would cause an electrical shock in this wind-up alarm clock somehow. And other parts of it are like, oh yeah, that's exactly how you would add a resistor in there. But why would you need a resistor in there? That kind of thing. And they're talking to you about you with it. But the camera follows as Rainier and Adelaide leave the room.
I mean, what is the situation like outside? Because we described the room, but
Yeah.
the
Outside in the
train
hallway.
itself.
Yeah, outside in the hallway, there's a little more rocking back and forth as the train is moving along. It's actually called the Iron Horse train. This one's name is Lightning Rails. And the scenery is passing by quite quickly. You're kind of moving at fast, but not so fast you can't make things out. You're seeing a lot of it's been a long time since I was anywhere near traveling through Ohio and Kentucky. But what you see is mostly flat land, a lot of trees. Occasionally you'll see a herd of dinosaurs. You'll see
Yeah, of course.
a small town with a couple of fury beetle ranches, which are gigantic beetles that people use as cattle. You'll see a place that looks like it is clearly a haunted church that's just in what used to be a town is just now the middle of the woods.
As I move out into the hallway, I suppose I should say, and coming the other direction, there's I shove up to the side to let the guy that looks like a cactus and the creature in the cowboy hat that doesn't really have a face so much as weird tentacles where his eyes should be just kind of shuffle past me. And and take a couple more
The thing with the
steps.
snow guys goes, ma'am.
Just gonna just like nod reflexively back at the
And
Fanoonie.
you know, up ahead, 2 cars is the saloon car.
Okay. And I'm kind of making my way that way. And is Rainier like following me the entire like way as I head down that direction?
Yep.
Okay.
Has said nothing. Just followed you out and is walking behind you.
Look at like up to the door of where the saloon car, like, you know, that crossover there, and then just kind of like put a hand on the door frame and stop and turn around. Do you need something right here?
No. Do I need to need something?
Is that a proposition? It's hard to tell with you sometimes.
No.
Okay. I start to turn around to leave again, and then just sort of turn back again. Why did you follow me? Let me put this in plainer English.
In case you needed me.
No, go ahead.
Was I supposed to stay?
You are supposed to do as you wish. I have no instructions for you. I am not your keeper. I am not your director. I just needed to get out of the room. I needed to get a little bit of air. That's all. And so I got up and moved around, and then you followed me out, and I thought that was kind of weird. I thought I would then maybe address it, but now I'm realizing that we're just having as I'm like leaned against this doorway as the train's shaking a bit, as we're just kind of having this awkward conversation in a hallway now, but I feel like we have a lot of awkward conversations, so... And I just trail off from that so.
I am to follow your direction in his stead.
His stead.
Yes.
His who?
Tannhauser.
Oh. Ah. Right, because he gave us the assignment, so... Wait, Tannhauser put me in charge?
Well, yes.
Oh.
The debt is owed to him. And he said that it can be repaid by assisting you.
Remind me, as a player, has the debt thing come up yet?
Yeah, that vaguely. Very
Yes,
vaguely.
only in the Vegas terms. It seemed to make Tannhauser uncomfortable anytime it came up around him, if it did.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's that... And then I fully turn around at this point and, like, fold my arms and, like, shuffle out of the way as like a fucking full conversion Borg is, like, stomping through, just let him into the car, so I kind of squeeze around. Okay, yeah, there's that word again, debt. To Tannhauser?
Yes.
You owe him something?
Aren't these types of conversations usually had over alcohol?
Like we had under alcohol too, I suppose. I mean, yeah, okay.
And Renner just smiles and gestures to the saloon car.
As we do that, that's where I think we're going to take our break.
Yep.
And so yeah, thank you for joining us. We're going to take about hopefully 5 minutes, between 5 and 10. We'll try to keep it short. To get some water, use the restroom, move around. Remember to be human, everybody.
Wiggle.
Flex them joints if you can. All right. So we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Yeet.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Be good. We'll be back.
I'm wavy with my voice.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. The group has been traveling on the Iron Horse Lightning Train, traveling on a mystical ley line. in a train powered by demons, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's demons powering the train. Chain demons.
Fucking damn it!
The train powered by demons. Got it. Cool.
Consensually?
Did they ask the demons permission? You know what those demons?
mean-
You know what the demons aren't doing while they're chained into the train? Hurting others.
Demon things.
Yeah. Don't tell Adelaide.
I'm just picturing demons running in hamster wheels, like big ones.
It's
Not that far off, I'm guessing.
now if something breaks the train, you have a problem. However,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
that only happened at the beginning of the last campaign, I mean. Anyway, you go there as they joined the Techno-Wizard lady with the feathers for hair from another planet. Adelaide and Rainier took a moment to head towards the bar.
I mean, we could just like cut to the two of us at the bar at a table or something with a
Yes.
drink.
You sit down. Okay, let me describe what the inside of this saloon is. You are on a train,
Please.
so you kind of expect like a, dining car. It is kind of like a mix between an Old West saloon and a diner from that used to be a train car. It's a little bigger than it should be inside. There is, in fact, a set of swinging doors going in and out of this car. Behind the there is a player piano currently running. There is a piano in one corner, and music is coming from it, I should say. There's also a barmaid who appears to be a black woman in her 60s with kind of gray braids. She is armed. She's clearly armed, by the way. There's a number of other people from the train here. There's a couple of some guys that are clearly soldiers, but they have like magic insignias on their armors. They're not exactly not space. They're kind of like magical marines. They don't have like space marine chunky armor, but like a
Sure.
smaller, more body fitting armor.
Yeah, kind of like what I'm wearing.
There's a guy who is wearing a jumpsuit that denotes that he is a glitter boy pilot, but he is not currently in his glitter boy. You
Would be a
also
bit tricky in the room.
what's that? Yeah, a glitter boy is about way too big for this room.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this room is decently big, so the glitter boy would fit. It just would be cumbersome because there are also things like the Grackletooth, which are 8 foot tall reptilian men with dinosaur faces.
Oh, fair enough.
You see a mystic or two. You see a cat person who appears to be typing on a computer. And you see in one corner there is a guy arguing with another guy. The one guy is completely bald, wearing like a big trench coat with a kind of like a collar turned up, just looking kind of smugly at the other guy, who has a juicer harness on. His hair is shaved into distinct lightning bolt patterns. And he's got a couple of guns on him. And the guy the bald guy's just sitting there like, and the juicer is just like pointing finger at the table and like saying things. Their conversation is quiet, so it can't really be heard, but it's getting a little more emphatic as the two of you sit down. Drinks are brought to you.
Okay.
If
Oh,
you
yeah,
order food,
it's-
there's food.
Yeah, actually, it's probably just a beer and a little bit of like bar food, some kind of small finger foody, something savory. It might just be a bowl of chips, honestly.
It's
Adelaide's
good
not
guacamole.
gonna be it's fantastic. It's just amazing, magically delicious, one might say.
It is not magically
Uh,
delicious. It's just that it was made in Texas this morning.
Well, okay. I mean, one, fair, and two, like, I was just really trying to make a Frosted Lucky Charms joke. magically delicious. I'm sorry. Anyway, the point is that yes, no, Adelaide is not looking to get hammered. She's just like patronizing the bar because she's taking up space inside of it. And sits down kind of across from Rainier, and says, "All right, what the hell do you owe Tannhauser?"
Oh, I don't owe Tannhauser anything.
Okay, what do you owe me then, smartass?
Even less than Tannhauser.
Slump down onto the table. There's an audible thump as I sort of slump down onto the table.
As I explained previously, I am repaying the debt for someone else.
Like with my head still on the table, I just like reach over and like drag the beer over to my supine head. Right. Okay, this is some kind of transferal thing.
Exactly.
Take a quick drink. You owe a debt to someone who owes a debt to Tannhauser?
Yes. Well, Tannhauser did something of a favor for someone that I serve. So, I am now repaying the debt at her command.
Okay, so this is like a blood oath thing or something?
We might have
a blood
different
oath, you know.
definitions of
Go ahead.
that.
Well, what I mean is like you don't owe somebody just a shitload of money. Because, you know, if you just
No.
need a shitload of money, I can get you a shitload of money. I'm pretty sure Cecile can get you a shitload of money.
No. Many where I come from owe their freedom to those that serve Tannhauser.
There's a beat as I kind of lean back in the chair a little bit, and the smarminess dissolves a little and gets a bit more seriousness out of Adelaide's face. She kind of regards you over the glass of beer. Oh, I see. Well, freedom's good. Big fan of it myself.
As am I.
Tannhauser, you say that, and yet here you are in someone else's service to pay someone else's debt. What the hell do you owe?
Nothing.
But then why serve someone else, if not for a higher purpose? You don't seem to be part of... You'll have to forgive me, you gotta understand, like, you don't seem to be part of any order, you don't seem to be part of any conglomeration of people that are sworn to a greater cause. Not, as I put a hand up, to impugn your honor or anything. I'm not here to say that you're, jokes aside, creepy scumbag who seems very manipulative and scary. What I'm saying is that it just, you seem to be acting very, as I'm waving the beer around, independently, generally speaking. I take a drink.
Well, I was told to fulfill the tasks given to me to the best of my ability until such point as the debt was repaid. As long as I accomplish the tasks given to me, I can do them how I please.
Oh. And yet you're still entreated to complete these tasks, not of your own volition. Like, you wouldn't be here if not for the task, is what I'm saying.
No, I would not.
Oh, now you've hurt my feelings. You don't just want to be here for my company?
You are very
Migrant.
interesting.
I just throw back half the beer.
You do things for the greater good?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. What drives you to do this?
Oh. As I sit up a bit. I've been kind of slouching in the chair. I sit up very straight and set the glass back down on the table so that both of my hands are on top of it in this very like regimented kind of almost formal pose as I lift my chin up a little bit to speak. For the for the protection of those who cannot stand up for themselves, for the glory of defending the righteous against the wicked, to see the light of day cast out the shadows of darkness wherever it may crawl across this earth, and to push back the vestiges of evil in all of their forms and faces. Or some shit like that.
Rainier
necklace.
looks mildly confused.
Apologies. I suppose I'm fucking with you a little bit. You don't know much about the Cyber Knights, do you, huh?
Bits and pieces. I mean,
I'm gonna tell you a story. It's a very quick story, so don't fret. It won't be quite as boring as my usual fare that are normally full of blood and guts and killing. Only a little blood and guts and killing in this. When I was very, very, very young, which was a long time ago, I lived out west. Okay, and out there, well, really out anywhere, I suppose. It's less so out here where we've got Castle Refuge and, you know, we've got Merktown, we've got all these larger cities. But out west, things are a bit more sparse. And you're kind of just at the mercy of whatever blows through town. And one day, one really, really crappy day, something decided to blow through town and take half of the town with it. And when that happened, there was... I get this wistful look in my eye. There was this woman. She must have been 11 feet tall and had shoulders like I was going to say rhinoceros. We wouldn't know what a rhinoceros is. There's no rhinoceroses in Rifts, North America.
There are rhino buffaloes. Rhino buffaloes are huge.
She had shoulders like a rhino buffalo, but you know, not half as attractive. And she could breathe fire with her eyes, and bullets bounced off of her, and demons' claws would shatter against her chest, and she came through and just grabbed that little tornado that tore through our village, balled it up into a tiny little sphere, and punted it into the goddamn sun. And I realized in that moment that, damn, I'd really like to do that myself one day. So I committed myself to the path, and I took the order and the oath, and I realized that it felt really good helping other people, as I had been helped. So I became a Cyber Knight after a lot of meditation and being bopped on the head with a stick. And that's why I fight for the greater good. Because sometimes, someday, somewhere, there's a kid in a village that's having a big scary tornado blow through it that needs a 8-foot-tall, fire-breathing, bulletproof knight to come into town and boot its ass into the sun.
of
It
course.
didn't help at all, did it? It's all right.
I do my best to understand.
Like I said, I'd spare you the details, so.
But you follow your order, and those who rank above you, I suppose.
It gets really quiet and kind of like that's like the first time she like breaks eye contact for a minute and kind of like looks away, like she doesn't really want to address as soon as you say like answering to the people that are higher than you, she like can't really meet your eye for a second. It doesn't quite work that way, not these days.
Then I suppose things are simpler for me.
Suppose so, friend. But yes, I stand for code, and the code means a lot to me, and it will until the day I shuffle off of this mortal coil. And I will follow his teachings to the best of my abilities. Which means I don't lie, I don't cheat, and I don't do nasty bad stuff. And I try to help people where I can, you know? Be a goodie.
Are you
It's fun, you should try it. as I polish off the beer.
Are you able to lie?
I mean, anybody's able to lie. The sky is purple. This table is orange. I could say lies. I choose not to.
Huh. Interesting. I think I've learned a lot. Just takes their own drink and just sips it.
By the way, this is a rhino buffalo.
Fantastic.
Yep. That is absolutely the woman I described. Nailed it.
Mhm. I've learned a lot
Alright.
about you today.
And
Well,
you, friend.
I would say that it would help me serve you better, but that would be a lie. It's just interesting.
Well, don't worry. Because when I said, and you, friend, that was also a lie. I haven't learned a goddamn thing.
It seems like the conversation in the corner is getting a little more heated as the juicer seems to be yelling about payment. And a juicer yelling. Well, everyone knows where that goes.
Speaking of standing up for the right thing, as I like raise my voice and my shoulders a bit, trouble over there, friend.
The juicer is just like now screaming at this smug-looking bald guy in this turned-up collar trench coat. And is like, you know what you owe me. You know you promised to pay me, and you never paid me. He's like, but I did pay you. I paid you. At this point, Cecile and Carrie got peckish, and there's no like food in the room. So Carrie was like, "Oh, do you want to come up to the mess with me?" The other two were probably there, so grab a bite.
I will always grab a bite.
So the two of them are coming in as the juicer is yelling at the bald man, who's just like, "I paid you everything I told you I would pay you."
Does it seem like the bald man is lying?
Give me a notice.
Okie dokie.
Let's roll some dice. Let's roll some dice.
Well, that's a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
swing.
What'd you get?
A 1 and an 11.
All right, so the 11 is a hit with a raise.
Okay.
The bald man is absolutely lying in that something was paid, but it was not what was promised. It is to be more generous about it. The juicer might not have understood what the deal was, and the bald man knows this and is trying to kind of get one over on the juicer, but feels justified and is being a smug dick about it.
Okay. And Rainier will lean to Adelaide and just be like, lying.
You can tell.
Can you not?
I mean, I assume most people are lying. As I like look over, and I assume that's about the point where our companions are coming in.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid what he owes. They always pay you what you owe.
You should always get involved. We're not wanted. As I push the chair back and stand up a bit, and kind of catch. Like I try to like turn and catch Cecile's eye of just like. I just like. In fact, that's what I just as I see you come in and I catch your eyes, I just like silently mouth at you the word trouble.
Oh.
And turn to walk towards the corner.
All right. Adelaide, you know that if you don't de-escalate fast, this juicer is probably gonna pop off.
Okay.
You
So,
do know there are bouncers here, but you do not know how things could go.
Certainly. Okay, so the two of them are sitting at a table then, right? Just
Yeah.
across from each other. And
Not that
the
far away from them is the mercenaries with magic insignia.
okay. Then, against all good sense and better judgment, because you said the juicer standing up and the bald man's still sitting down.
Yeah, the juicer's just like hands on the table, yelling and pointing. The bald man's just sitting smug.
I interpose myself, but like we're like essentially I'm in a third position between the two of them, like sort of.
You come to the edge
arrive
of the
at
table, and the bald man goes, "Oh," and the juicer's still yelling.
Hi, excuse me, Adelaide. Listen, not to tell you that you shouldn't be ruining the ambiance or anything here. I just couldn't help it over here. There seems to be a misunderstanding between the two of you with regards to payment.
Yeah, the
Now,
misunderstanding is he still has all his teeth and hasn't paid me.
Okay, well,
I did pay
Oh,
you.
hey. Hi, Raiders.
Hi,
I can't-
hello.
I'm waving with my voice at you, Raiders, because we had technical difficulties. Hello.
Making it work.
Yes, doing what we can with what we got. Okay, well, let's see if we can't resolve this whole situation without teeth coming loose, because I know we would rather get paid in credits than in teeth, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for money, not teeth here. So
The smug man
why
is
don't
like, yes, his teeth might come loose. And the juicer's like, you know you fucking lied to me.
Hmm.
And you have 10 seconds to give me the code.
when he says 10 seconds, my hands kind of come up and I brush aside the cloak that I'm wearing, but still just sort of like keeping my hands together just so that he can see that I am wearing what is very clearly Cyber Knight armor, and just or we can sit down for a second and talk about this, and it doesn't need to come to any violence, friend.
See, that's what he does. He talks circles around people, and he gets in their head, and he makes them say things. And then he says things he doesn't mean, and then he acts all smug when you call him on it. Isn't that right? Man goes, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Rainier actually just kind of steps behind the bald man.
Mhm.
Just watching Adelaide, their eyes don't leave as they just lean down and just very quietly say, "You really shouldn't shirk on a deal."
Roll an intimidate.
Okay. Oh, where is the thing? I've
So
been looking
I don't-
for intimidate, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know where it is.
Or I don't know. It wouldn't be a ton. I think intimidate is its own thing. Let me look at the system. We're using Savage
Intimidation is
Roll.
absolutely a skill.
Yeah. If you are
The
not
skill-
trained in
the
it,
skill doesn't have it.
if you are not trained in it, you can roll with a +2 in this case, making it a kind of even roll. Because normally, if you're not trained in a skill, you get -2. So just click on unskilled, and we'll add 2 to it.
Where is unskilled? Okay. I thought I did take that.
You took a lot in taunt.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Roll.
This will be against his
Roll.
spirit, I believe.
There you go. Wow.
7. You got and it goes up to 9 because you rolled a 4. It exploded. You
Oops,
rolled
sorry.
a 4.
Oh, I just hit it.
now
twice.
now you rolled a 13. But we're
That's
gonna keep the
Yeah, no.
we're gonna keep the 9.
I was trying to close it and I hit it again.
Nine.
So
First, 9. And second, can we just take a second to go like, hang on 1d4 -2, you rolled a 13.
Yes. So in this system, dice explode. So if you roll the maximum number on a dice, say a d4, you roll it again. So on this 13, the roll is 4, 4, 4, 3, -2.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Neat, Riley.
yeah. So you just say it in the most cold, like there is
Oh,
icicles
yeah,
in his
there-
ears when you say this.
It is like that, like our favorite words in the entire world up north, that polar vortex cutting wind in words just cuts across this man's ear as Rainier just leans down with this cruel smile on their face. Eyes on Adelaide.
The gentleman starts, like, didn't even hear you coming, didn't expect you, and is freaked out by that. This is a person who is clearly not used to being surprised. And the juicer hesitates a beat, which is something that is rarely said. Sincere, you're not that far away. You could be there very quickly. It doesn't look like your Techno-Wizard friend will do anything here. And the bouncers do seem to be kind of like, there's a bouncer standing next to the table of the 6 soldier guys that seem to be allied with this juicer.
Oh,
Now,
so they're
now
not.
that you
moving?
can't really tell from where Adelaide might not be able to tell that, but from further back, you can see that those other 6 guys were looking like they were about to back up the juicer. But now one of the bouncers is standing like right next to them, so there's a chance shit could go pop off hard.
Okay. So is there anywhere that Sasir can try to hide near the group that looks like they're gonna go help? In the attempt to kind of make a little bit of a trap setup, where if they go to do anything, she'll try to trip them or something like that. From
You can get into the booth right next to them and like sit at the edge of it very quickly. Give me a sneak stealth. It's one of those two.
Stealth.
Yeah.
It's stealth.
Gotcha. What
Tis
game calls it
stealth.
sneak? Unimportant, I
I
guess.
don't know.
All right, so you got a
Eight.
4, which is enough to succeed.
Ooh.
So you
But-
slip into the booth.
Yeah, she kind of turns to Neville and goes, "I think I am needed potentially. I
Oh,
don't.
I'm not getting involved, but thank you.
Oh, no. I will not involve you. Just letting you know that I need to go do my thing." And she just kind of all like slinks into the crowd and then like scrambles a little bit into the booth and then just kind of like sits and chills out, but she has in her hand, like she kind of moves a very small metal pole into one of her hands at one end is pointed toward the group and out of the booth.
Adelaide, you get to say one more thing before one guy tries to do something that will then cause other things to happen. You know the juicer took
Yeah.
a beat, which is you
Which is
earned
the thing.
that.
I while my friend is addressing the nice man who's not paying his fucking debts, I turn to the juicer and give him a like. I believe your friend here is going to be a bit more amicable if we just take this calmly. But that's all I say to him. It's I don't make a move. I'm just
give
standing there,
me-
got my hands folded.
Do you have a social role of some sort that you think would fit here?
So that's the thing. It's like I'm not actually super good. I've got
Yeah.
both persuasion and intimidate, and
This
I do
is
get a small
persuasion.
bonus from the fact that I've made it very clear and very obvious that I'm a cyber knight, which does carry
Yes.
some amount of clout. So that I
Mhm.
get like a +1 on checks notes. Revered protectors. Here we go. Gains +1 on social checks with most folks, and reactions start 1 level higher than normal. You know, unless they fucking hate cyber knights. So let me go over here. So I'm trying to just convince this guy that's like, friend's gonna take care of it. My friend's just a real people person, and I feel like they can definitely get this squared away, she says, trying to persuade this guy.
Very, just such a people person.
What did you get it?
Hey, I roll a
Got
7 on
which is a hit
D4.
with a raise. Well, not a hit
+1,
with,
so yeah,
yep,
8.
+1. It is a hit with a raise. The juicer dials down. You could tell that he was ready to go, but now it will take him. Sometimes juicers, the first round of combat is when they're most vulnerable. This guy was kind of past that point, but now he's back to the point where he's no longer blood pumping juice. Like the drugs are starting to fade from his veins. His harness is not activated yet. Juicers, by the way, are soldiers who put on a harness or have surgically implanted into them a harness which puts drugs into them so that they can fight at peak human physique at the cost of only living a maximum of 5 years. Many of them make it 3 at best out of just being so dangerous and dying in combat. Some do survive and have the harness removed and, go on to lead other lives, but they're never the same after you've been a juicer. All right. Rainier, you've made the man extremely nervous,
Good.
but you haven't. He doesn't look like he's going to give up anything right now.
Okay.
He says, like, none of this changes anything.
Hmm. Oh god, I'm trying to think how to proceed with this. Hmm.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's just gonna kind of like...
You wait to see what he does next?
No, Rainier will place a hand on the man's shoulder, and their hand is like... like when you play a joke on your friend and you come in from the cold and you stick your hand on the back of their neck. He can feel that through his shirt. Edison goes, well, your word isn't really worth much if you don't pay your debts. And if your word's not worth much, you're not really worth much either, are you? And the grip just tightens a little bit. So now it's like cold points digging into his shoulder.
The man looks you in the eye suddenly now, very fiercely. His eyes are basically tiny black pinpoints.
Mm-hmm.
And he says to you, you will take your hand off of me this instant.
Rainier will actually look to Adelaide. Just go.
Okay.
The vein on his head pulses.
Do you want to
Sorry, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Do you want to
Okay,
deal with him, or shall I?
There's a moment like where I've been keeping this very friendly face, and this like gentle smile, this very open demeanor towards the juicer. But then the moment that you said like that you're not worth very much either, there was kind of this like my face fell a little bit, and I sort of like looked over my shoulder, and it's like, oh fuck, are they gonna fucking kill him? And then you say that, and it's just like, okay. This has gotten a little out of control. I don't think anybody here needs to die today. So here's the I can make this very simple. Sir, whatever your name is, friend, how much do you owe this, and I indicate the juicer, kind gentleman?
Remove your hand. Last warning.
Still just looking at Adelaide.
I'm doing this like shaking my head like as if to say like, please don't fucking kill him, please don't fucking kill him. That's like the look you're getting from me is like, please don't fucking kill him.
I'm gonna click deal cards to turn order items.
Okay.
As we enter initiative.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Let's go!
Bar fight.
Oh,
An
the
attempt
bar
was
fight.
made.
Rainier,
You
do you
said-
have quick? Who has quick?
I do.
You said
Okay,
don't
you don't-
kill him. That had nothing to do with not touching him.
Quick does not trigger. All right, NPC. I need to figure out which one's enemy 1 and enemy 2. Okay. The juicer's going last. Because he's not active. NPC does not actually exist in this. Oh, the bartender, not the bartender. The bouncer is an NPC. The bouncer just steps right over into the booth of the 6 soldiers and just like sits down, pinning 3 of them in. Sasir, you can tell this guy is about to do something shady. Do you want to hold your action or do you want to do something? So currently we have a guy sitting at a table with Rainier's hand on them.
Mm-hmm.
Across from the table is the juicer who's up and actually no longer pounding on the table but leaning back, and Adelaide next to the juicer, and then a booth of 6 guys, 3 on each side. 3 of those guys just kind of got sat on in the way a bouncer knows that if I'm just physically in the way, that will do more good than if I throw this guy through a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But there's 3 other guys in that booth as well. They look ready to follow the juicer's lead.
Okay. So how close is Sasir to that booth and the 3 that are ready to go?
You are on the other side, like it's a chair on each side. You're on the other side.
Okay. So basically, she kind of want to hold her action for when they go to move.
Mhm.
To trigger what she has in her hand to try to trip them.
Gotcha. Noted. When they go to move, you will attempt to do a thing. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. Adelaide, you can feel. Do you have 6th sense or danger sense?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
I sadly I do not. The closest I
anyone
have
who
to
does.
that is my cyberkinetic combat stuff,
there it
but no. As a minor psychic, I do not have access to danger sense.
Gotcha. Rainier does actually have danger sense.
Yes,
just
I
noticed.
do.
So you will not be
Mhm.
surprised when a thing happens. All right.
Cool.
Adelaide, are you gonna make one last attempt to talk?
My hands go up between the one up to not touching the chest of the juicer, but like that I'm holding my arms up like you can fucking see me. God damn it. That I'm stretching my arms kind of between the 2 men and
You're like,
and
"Look."
punch. Yeah, I'm doing that like that. Like yeah, exactly what Riley's doing. Like that kind of a pose between the 2 of them and just
I'm Fox now.
yeah. Oh god, lucky you. You get to have all of this inside your brain as well. Hooray! And I with like my as I'm half to turn towards the juicer, I fix the other guy with my eyes and just listen. If you don't pay this guy, somebody's gonna end up dead today, and I really, really don't want to have to kill everyone in this room.
All right. Is that
That's-
an intimidate or?
Yeah, like that's sort of a half-baked intimidate
All right, go ahead
to
and
try
roll
to
it.
stop this from happening. Adelaide really doesn't like it's totally fine if there's a fight.
Oh, it's going to
Adelaide
happen.
is trying very, very hard for there to not be a fight
She
because she
As
has
is
to.
Adelaide's nature. Yeah.
It's her code. She literally has to. I got a 3 on the wild die.
Okay, that's the highest of the 2.
Yeah, the other one's a 1, and I ain't
Okay.
spending a penny on this.
Okay.
I'm about to need them.
All right. I just need to look up something on this list of powers. Ooh. Okay. It falls on deaf ears. Your intimidation. Someone's still holding this gentleman, this bald gentleman. With his dead eyes. And it is now his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I still get my +1 on social checks in this situation?
It's cool
If you say no. Like,
this gentleman does not respect anyone here.
totally. All right, completely reasonable. If the word of a cyber knight doesn't fucking carry weight, I totally
Not
buy
with-
that.
Not with this asshole. This guy's
Yeah,
nuts.
totally.
The cat person that I described earlier makes a noise. A psychic power pops off.
Okay.
Area effect. So what does this cost him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This costs him 6, which he's willing to do. Everyone in a medium blast template. Good to know. So it's everybody.
Oh god, yeah. That's huge.
Yep.
In a train car, anyway. I mean,
Yes, it is. All right. So I need to roll a D. I need to open a book just to make sure. Open it to the page with that thing on it. The thing that he is.
love the thing. Gotta
He
get
is
the
not a
thing.
murder
Thing that
wraith.
he is.
Good news, he's not a murder wraith.
I'm sorry, murder
Hey!
wraith?
Yep.
That's on the table? That's an option?
I mean, not in this train car. People would notice the murder wraith, but
Oh.
yeah,
Just in general, like, it's good
A
to know if
murder
that's a
wraith.
thing that exists at all.
a murder wraith is an undead juicer.
Fuck off.
What if he wears like the glasses with the nose and the mustache? Would that help?
It would be hilarious.
Okay, yes, it would open that. It'd be like, haha, this is really funny, but then it would be, haha, oh no.
It's D10. Okay.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Huh.
Does he have the thing that lets him roll 2 dice?
I'm always here for a haha, oh no.
Oh, it's Frankenbane.
Because it's a no but
Fun.
yes.
Frankenbane. Fuck off. God
No,
damn it.
that's what a murder wraith looks like. It looks like Frankenbane.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right.
Continue.
That is a 4. That's enough for his power to go off, but not for a raise. Because he has bonuses.
Oh.
Okay. Most folks are terrified of mind melters. They set for a -2 to persuasion.
That's a mind melter?
He's a mind melter.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. No
Everybody.
but yes.
Make a vigor check.
Oh boy.
Sure, can do.
Your DC here is 4.
Just straight up vigor.
Actually, it's he did not get
What? So a
Yeah.
4 will beat him?
a 4 will succeed on resisting this effect.
Okay.
Because he
we're
did not
good.
roll super high and didn't,
Okay, cool. Oh,
right, so-
yay, everybody!
Oh,
A
A 4,
close
a
to
7,
you're
and a
a little
5.
fucking close.
Mhm.
All right. The juicer.
fuck.
Gotta go to the J's. Oh, it's the previous
Oh.
page. Spirit D6. Juicer stunned. 3 guys in a booth,
Oh no.
all stunned. Other 3 guys. You know who's not stunned is the bouncer.
Oh, good for him.
Or the other 3 guys in the booth with the bouncer all rolled 5s. But they have the bouncer sitting next to them. The juicer is
Major psionic.
stunned. You're holding him, so that's gonna be his whole turn this turn.
Mhm.
But a sonic power is leveled against all of you, and he looks at you a little confused that it didn't do more. I probably misread his powers. All right. The juicer. I forget how stunned work. I know it's a very specific thing in the Swade book.
Oh,
106.
shit. Yeah, unfortunately,
There we go.
me looking up things right now is kind of awkward.
At the start of a stunned character's turn, they make a vigor roll. Success means they're no longer stunned but remains distracted and is now vulnerable. Raise on the vigor roll removes all effects. You know what juicers are good at? Vigor. Actually, nope, that's the mind melter's vigor. Juicer's vigor is a D10.
Man, it's pretty intense.
The juicer rolled an 11. The juicer's no longer stunned and is starting to fire and pulls a gun. Yeah. The juicer's gonna take a shot at this dude. Now,
Ain't fair, honestly.
here's the thing though, if the juicer misses, guess what's right next to this guy?
Me.
Yep. There are
And
bystander
really
rules.
holding him.
All right, that is a 5, which is enough to actually hit the guy for doesn't have the he's just using a pistol. He didn't pull out a rifle in the middle of this train. Cuz that's not
Okay.
good up close.
Yeah, I'd be
Please.
impressed, honestly.
5 11, 13. 13 and another 5 is 18. 18 damage. Oh no, he's distracted, so it'd be 2 less. Oh no, he's distracted, so it's a miss. That's right. He's distracted vulnerable because he got rid of the stun, but not the other. No, he did hit
Wait
with
for
one.
it.
Sorry. The math is coming together in my brain about 5 seconds after I say it out loud. So, sorry. Give me a moment.
It's quite all right.
Let me check that guy's toughness. All right, his toughness is 12. 12 is less than 20. All right, so the laser shot goes through this like one of the guy's shoulders and leaves a huge hole in the mind melter's shoulder. And the mind melter looks at it with distracted pain.
Motherfucker.
Rainier.
Okay. So I assume we felt that he tried to do something.
You felt a wave of like mental force hit the shores of your mind and then just get cold and then decide it wasn't time for a walk on the beach. It was too cold for the beach of your brain.
Beach of my brain. Okay.
Brain
Sonics,
beach.
metaphors. This guy's like, I'm a crashing wave in your brain, and you're like, it's too cold for a walk on the beach, and he was like, fuck, you're right.
So keeping the hand on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. His non-wounded shoulder.
Yeah. Bernier will take the other hand, grasp the back of this dude's head as their hand just becomes encased in ice. And you'll notice one of the weapons that Bernier normally pulls has 3 points. Right now it only has 2, and the hand just encases as they use it more like a bludgeon and slam his face into the table.
All right, so you're definitely not going for a kill here. Like, you're trying. Okay, good. All you need to do is let me know. Like,
Yes.
I'm not. Yes. But you do need to roll for your. I think if you roll a psionics check to cast your Psyblade as a free action as well as your attack.
Yes. So this.
Okay, see
5
those numbers.
and
You
a
rolled a 5 and a 1. 5 is enough for it to trigger.
Okay, cool.
You're good.
All right. Okay. I rolled. It's fighting to.
Yes, versus his parry, which is not great. I believe it's 4, but let me look it up. Mind melters generally don't get this close to the people they're trying to fight.
Yeah, they're not mind melters, not melters. That's a different occupation.
That's called a burster.
Yes. Also,
Bursters light themselves
he
on
was
fire.
telling me to get my hand off him out of cowardice. Got it.
I mean,
I know.
more out of insult of allowing you to touch him.
Yeah.
Because he's that asshole.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Is it really cowardice if somebody's grabbing your shoulder and you can literally feel shards of ice digging into it, or is it just natural self-preservation at that point?
All right, your parry is not high enough. No, your fighting roll, it does not get through his parry as he kind of gets a hand up.
Oh.
This is a man who has some fighting experience.
Oh, okay.
Or you could spend a Benny.
Yeah, I'm also down to Benny because I start with 5, so I'm definitely gonna re-roll.
And Adelaide, you should have 3 bennies.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Will a 9 do it?
A 9 will beat his 6.
Yes.
9.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage, which I believe is 48. But
okay, so I can just click roll damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah. 32.
They were both green.
I think we'll take the 32 on 48 as you put him through the table.
Oops.
Seer gets 4. Okay. Yeah. You knock this guy out. You put him onto the floor so hard he thumps. and bounces a little.
So wait,
You-
hang on. I have to ask, since your psionic weapon power with this, like, do we see like a cool flash of psionic energy as you're doing this? Like,
It's just ice. And like the way it happens is Rainier puts their hand on the back of this guy's head. It starts to encase in ice, and instead of 3 spikes, it's just 2, and they just go on either side of his face, and then just his face just gets slammed in, which honestly, what I was trying to do was I was just gonna pin his face to the table with the 2, and
yeah, but you also
went
broke
a little
the table.
yeah, got a little carried away. But to be fair, he did do a thing that is super against the rules in Rainier's head. So, oops.
All right. He is still alive. You did not kill him.
Okay, good.
And the juicer seems to know that you did not kill him. It is... Oh, the juicer went... Wait. Where did I put the juicer? I put the juicer on NPC 2, actually. Enemy 1. The 3 guys start to, like... One of them makes his vigor check to start to get up out of the booth right next to Cecile. Do you want to make a fighting roll to trip him up? This will be a test, not an actual, like... You're not looking to aim, you're looking to just, like... stall them
It's-
and make them...
Yeah, try to make them like fall on themselves and like, you know, be a little busy with that for a minute.
You're trying to Three Stooges them. Okay.
Yes.
Give me a fighting roll.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's not the worst. All right, we
Yeah.
can do that.
You rolled double
Oh!
ones.
That's so crap. Okay.
So what you do,
Yeah, you have 4 bennies if you
you
want to.
cannot
do.
re-roll a double 1.
Oh, right.
Oh,
That's right. You
no.
cannot re-roll a critical fail.
it's a critical failure in the system. If you lose a 1 on both dice, oh buddy.
So here's what happens. You go and you put your staff down over one of the guy's legs where it will extend perfectly and like get right in between, but you're also looking at the same time, so you're doing this.
Oh.
And it comes extending both directions.
Ah, God.
You hit the wrong button. And it catches you in the face as well. You basically knock yourself out of the booth onto the ground.
Oh no. It's just ears over tail out the fucking out the booth. And there's just like that. Does she still have the
You're still
staff in her
holding it.
hand?
Yeah.
She just has it. It's like half stuck on the table. She's like, man. It's just like a lot of cursing in French ensues. And she's just like rubbing her face.
All right.
And then she's like looking like, did
Just
it
here.
work at least?
It did not work at all. This other
Ow,
guy.
fuck.
This other guy is going to try to shoot the guy on the ground.
Oh no.
He rolled a 1, so he misses.
That's probably for the best.
All right. And now we get new cards because it is a new round, and every round we get new
I
additions.
didn't have an action in
You
there.
didn't- Wait,
Oh,
where
I guess
were you?
Yeah, you did.
was mine just
Oh,
just talking to the guy?
Oh yeah, so I meant to make yours a hold. I'm sorry. I meant to tell you to take a hold and just try talking one more thing. I apologize because you probably
okay.
would have intervened at some point.
you could talk to him now if you want.
No, I wouldn't
No,
recommend
no
talking,
kidding.
but if you would like to take an action, go for it.
Okay, that's the only thing I wasn't clear on. Was it that my action for the turn was that talk, or if it was before the things went into initiative? Got it. No, I don't really want to talk to anybody. My intention at this point is to do a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
So because of my wonderful psychic powers, I have a handful of things that I just get to kind of do for free. So, as soon as like the gun comes up and discharge, there's like I spin and there's just a flash of action as my left arm instantaneously manifests this gleaming blue shield, kind of like bathing the immediate area with this blue like lightsabery blue light. And you see there's like in that same instant like a running down those black lines on my armor, there's a streak of matching blue energy as I just slam the shield as hard as I can into the God, what the fuck is the word? The juicer's face. Like, it's going kind of for the gun, but through that into his fucking face, just shield bashing the fool.
If this wasn't a juicer, you would have gotten there before the shot, but this is a juicer whose reflexes are... Yeah.
I couldn't even begin to dream of how fast these guys move. Now, the nice part is I get to turn on my Psi Shield as a free action, so I just get to do that.
Yep.
And I'm also going to use, because I reread how innate abilities work, and I forgot that all of my psionic powers have an innate ability.
And your sword shield is...
Because I get to do one of them for free.
Free, yeah.
Yeah, it's free, so I'm also going to boost trait real quick. So I'm just gonna spend scrolling, sorry, on a laptop. Here we go. Where is it? It's boost trait. Here we go. E. It's gonna cast, oh yeah, that's right, it only cost me 1 ISP even. So haha. 2.
That is a 2 and a 2, which is not enough.
Yeah. This is why I was holding on to my bennies. Let's try again.
That is a 3 and a 1, which is not enough.
God damn!
That is a 4. Okay. There you go.
Yay!
Okay. So that's what all the fun pulsating energy flaring around. Like we see even like there's like a like that anime trace of my eyes as they move. They do the fucking Jinro like after image fucking line trace. So my strength goes up to a D10.
Nice.
And now I'm gonna shield bash this fool. So fighting. Here we go. E. I'm gonna guess a 1 and a 3 does not beat his
parry. No.
Parry. I'm spending my last Benny. Fuck it. There's a 5?
Let me just make sure, but no.
No.
His parry is 7.
Darn.
So you go to
decent.
You go to bum rush kind of the juicer back into the corner he's in. But the juicer's quick. Manages to kind of like push, like keeps the pistol in one hand and with the other hand moves your shield to the side in kind of like a, not like a direct fighting, but kind of like a judo move to one side and comes spinning around back into the middle of the aisle.
Yeah, and like Adelaide, like just kind of like there's that brief flash of righteous anger followed by like confusion as she stumbles to the side, being totally pushed aside as her shield bash doesn't find its mark. And like I kind of stumble a few steps and then look down and realize as I'm looking down, that's right after poor Cecile kind of got clobbered. I'm like looking down at Cecile, just confused.
Yeah,
she's looking also confused.
All right, let's steal one more round, but I think you'll have this wrapped up pretty quick. Okay. I see Cecile gets an ace, so I don't need to check their cards.
Dude, nice.
But NPC 2, which is what I made the juicer, does have quick, but that doesn't matter, got a 7. Okay. So, starting at an initiative in this is built on a card deck, and certain people have certain things that alter that. But Cecile got an ace of clubs, so is going first.
Yeah. So are the guys that were getting out of the booth? How far are they now? Like, have they been able to get out and like move up?
One of them got out and got a shot off. The other 2 are still in there, kind of behind him. It's a cramped train car. On the other side of the booth, that bouncer is keeping those 3 guys from doing anything by simply, being an 8-foot-tall lizard man with a dinosaur head. But there is that one guy that's standing up, and the juicer just spun his way around Lady Adelaide. In kind of a surprisingly balletic move for a man that muscular. It's...
Okay. Let me think. Is Adelaide facing the juicer, or is the juicer just straight up behind Adelaide now?
The juicer is behind Adelaide, but facing isn't too much of an issue. Like, it won't give the juicer any benefits.
Okay. Because it's the kind of thing that Cecile would look at and go, like, Adelaide has it. then she's going to try to keep the booth friends at
Goons.
bay
Yeah.
if she can. And she's gonna want to try to get up and with a little bit of like color guard flair, like
Mhm.
spin the staff and then try to like hit the guy in the arm to get the gun to point away.
Gotcha. This will be a cult shot. She'll take a -2, but your effect will be great. Now I'm just using straight up Blades terms. You will have a great effect with this if you succeed.
Cool. What do I need to roll?
All right, go ahead and roll a fighting.
Fighting.
-2. We'll
Fighting
just apply the
-2.
-2 in our brains.
If you give me another 2 ones, I will run away.
All right, so you got you did not succeed as is. Would you like to spend a Benny?
I would love to.
All right, delete. Okay,
Mhm.
hit that reroll button.
Reroll.
That's a pair of 3s. That does not succeed. Would you like to spend a Benny?
Yeah. Yes, I want this to work. I want her to be
Okay,
effective.
reroll.
Oh, you got this. So
5.
5 becomes a 3.
Yeah, it's still not enough. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it
Does combat
unless it explodes. It's possible. Spending a third Benny.
I'm trying to see if she has anything else that like helps here.
You know what? I will.
There's ambidextrous.
I will. You know what? I will take away the -2 because of your combat acrobat.
Okay.
But even those, the ones you have rolled, don't yet hit.
Oh, even with the 5?
The 5 is still not going to get his parry, which is 6.
Damn.
So,
Oh.
because this isn't a juicer, but it's still a trained merc.
Screw it, we'll do it again. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go all in like Adelaide did. Just
Yeah, Benny's refreshed at the start of a new session, so I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna burn them all.
Oh.
man,
one
this
left.
is not her train ride. It's figured out who I am. I should not have put my name. I should have lied to roll 20.
Just start a new account.
Just start all fresh.
All right.
Ah,
So
Dara, I've heard of you.
You guys were successful last fight, and I was not. Apparently, I took all of it this time.
That is true. That
So
is true.
You do this series of staff movements that look super impressive, and then just like hit him, and he was like, "Huh?"
Hello. Staring at him like, oh no.
All right, Adelaide.
Go, Adelaide, go. You got
I hear
Oh,
silence.
sorry. I completely misheard you. I did not hear my own name. It got lost in the internet there. Apologies. Okay, back to me then. Yeah, as like my friend is springing back into action, it's just like motherfucking. And so we're gonna do two things again.
Mhm.
We're gonna fire off boost trait again. This time for a different trait, because you little slimy little son of a bitch, I want to hit you.
Gonna boost your
Yeah,
fighting.
like I'm gonna be boosting my fighting, and as I like catch around and try to like swing backwards again, just checking into this guy with my shield as hard as I can, because I'm trying to knock him the hell out. And
Yeah.
well, I would be well within my rights to just stab the ever loving shit out of him.
And you know juicers are tough as hell, so
Trying not to. Yes, they absolutely are. There we go. All right, so let's give this a cast. See if it pops off.
it certainly
Nope.
doesn't. All right, you attempt to boost
It sure
your
doesn't.
trait,
All right, well.
and it
I'm
does
a
not
little off my game tonight. A little distracted, but I can't really bring my focus together to make the psionic powers manifest, and instead focus in on son of a butt.
All right.
Roll a 4-1 on my attack.
Yeah.
Cannot hit this guy. God damn.
Once again, the juicer is kind of just like dancing around your shield in this narrow space. Juicers are acrobatic fighters.
I tried to like I'm swinging at him with the shield, like trying to like land a hit. And he's just dancing around it. It's like I tried being reasonable. It's like go for like an uppercut, and he's just not there. Damn it!
The juicer's turn now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The juicer has one target he cares about. And now the frenzy is kicked in. So the juicer is going to go for the guy who was downed. However, Rainier is providing him cover, so we'll be taking a -2. If that -2 matters, the attack will hit Rainier.
Okay.
All right. There's a D10 fighting because he's coming in now with a knife. That is a failure.
1.
That's a 1 on a D10. Yeah,
Yeah.
eat it, nerd.
And the second attack is a 7. What is Rainier's? No, this guy's parry is 6, so that will hit.
Okay.
But he takes a -2. What is Rainier's parry?
8.
8. Rainier, you manage to get your other claw interposed between the juicer and the mind melter. If you want to stop, here's the thing: do you want to take an attack and get hurt by the juicer, or prevent the juicer from killing or hurting the mind melter? You think this mind melter will not last another blow?
If he dies, he can't pay his debt.
True. All right, you get your other psionic claw in the way and tangle up the juicer's knife.
Okay. Yeah.
And the bouncer's not moving because he's pinning 3 guys down and someone else is apparently helping. So, Rainier.
So, he's just attacking with a knife.
He has a pistol in his other hand, though he moved faster than you've seen most people move.
Okay.
You've seen faster, but only in very limited and somewhat supernatural circumstances.
Okay. Well then, now that I don't have to hold this guy down anymore.
That is certainly true.
Yeah.
He's gonna stay where you put him.
Effective. Rainier will bring up the hand that was previously on his shoulder and just encase the fist in ice. As the weapons are already active. This is just me being
you don't need
special.
to
Yeah.
yeah.
And just go right for. I'm assuming this juicer is taller than Rainier.
Rainier is what?
Like 6'2".
6'2"? Not taller than Rainier.
Okay, that's fine. We could still uppercut him.
Yeah,
just
you
gonna-
are currently down, and you'd be coming up.
Yes, just comes straight up with the ice encased fist like a hammer, and just goes right for the jaw. So,
Shoryuken!
I just have to hit
Ice edition.
this. Fucking
Double
shit
ones.
ass.
Oh! What
Juicer
happened,
is fucking lucky.
what happened all
You also got a crit fail. Neat.
You also crit failed. Double ones.
Oh, that does
I've crit failed both episodes so far.
It seems to happen a lot in this game.
Yeah.
It's
Hi.
luck of the draw.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, in part, I blame Dara for sure. Also, I blame my own stupidity. Hey, Kevin, help me remember. Next time I make an attack, I have improved frenzy.
Oh, so you get like 2 more?
3 free attacks per turn.
Yes, when you attack 3 times. That's
I
right.
sure do.
Fuck.
I forgot about that. I forgot completely about improved frenzy.
Well, we're not
How's
going to
it
get too tough into
No,
it.
I know.
The
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
my God.
Fucking this.
I don't think the guys at the booth, one of them is going to try to attempt to shoot at Rainier, or not Rainier, Sasir, as Sasir is clearly doing a poor job of fighting them, but he's also doing a poor job of shooting as the bolt goes into the ground.
And it's a -1 because of combat
so,
acrobat.
so the total of it is now 2.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh,
And
we're good
it's-
adventurers, guys.
all right, deal another turn thing real quick. What? Trying to draw from a deck with no more cards.
Matrix lean back. Ugh. Just
Shove.
to get out of the way.
Shove the deck there. All right, deal. Deal calls you turn order. All right, here's what's gonna happen though.
What is my? Oh, okay, okay. I was like, I thought I got another shit hand.
He's gonna spend the
Shit
bennies to go.
All shit in your hand, shit in the toilet. We have talked about this, and I thought we were pretty clear last time.
All right. If Sasir once again is pretty quick, but Rainier, it will be you and then that guy's unconscious. It will be Rainier, Sasir, and then the juicer who will do something to end this.
Okay. Well then I will make one final attempt. As the uppercut misses, Rainier scowls and just brings both fists together as the ice fuses and just brings them down on top of the juicer's head.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kirk Hammer below this fool.
Fucking try, goddamn.
Roll that fighting. A 9. That will actually...
9.
That is enough to hit because his... Wait, let me check. He's got a thing. Uncanny Reflex is now active. What is Uncanny Reflex?
Oh, I also have a question.
Uh-huh.
So I have Dirty Fighter.
Yes.
Does this edge is favored by those who fight to win at any cost? A fighter with this edge gets +2 when making tests against a foe if his next action is a fighting attack against the same target. What does
that's your insults or your like throw sand in their eyes kind of thing.
Oh shit, I forgot that I could.
So do you want to
this
throw an
bastard.
insult at him first? Because
Yeah,
that will help you.
just scream, "You dumb bastard, I'm trying to fucking help you!" And then just bring the thing down. So let me start, click taunt.
Alright, the taunt, he gets to roll his spirit against it. He rolled a 5 on his spirit, which
I'm gonna re-roll
you
that.
get a +2, but he gets a thing.
Oh,
Alright, so go ahead, re-roll it.
yeah.
So yours is now a 7, which will beat his.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
I still have 3 bennies left after that.
You
Jesus.
you start with 5 for some reason.
Yeah, because I rolled stupid on all that random bullshit that you roll.
Anyway, your words get to his brain. Do you want to make him distracted or giving him -2 or vulnerable, which is a +2? To you.
I will take the plus for me.
All right.
Good call.
That will turn your 9 into an 12 into an 11, which is a hit with a raise.
Okay.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. All right,
Do damage
so
on this
now
fool.
I get to roll. Do I need to do anything because it's a raise, or just roll
Just
damage?
hit roll
straight?
damage and add
Okay.
both numbers. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it means you get your bonus damage.
26.
You rolled a 26, actually a 31, because you get the bonus damage, which is 5.
What?
I don't know what happened this fight.
When you did connect, you just laid a motherfucker out every time.
Woo.
You're a killing machine, by the way?
Yeah,
When you're full, when you spend the power points to cast smite on yourself, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
All right. How do you take out the juicer as well?
Just like just the two fists, big ice hammer straight on top of his head, and just lay him out until the point where these two dudes that were fighting are now like probably half draped over each other on the floor over the shards of the table that they were once arguing over.
Sasir, you know that on some juicers, which you've seen where you're from, there is a button like in the back of their armpit, which is very hard to get to in the middle of a fight, which will start the cooldown process for them and will lower the drugs that are being pumped into their system.
Oh.
So you hit that, we'll say, so that the juicer doesn't get back up in a turn.
Just kind of goes over and like pokes it with the staff, like real quick. Just like lift the arm and boop.
Thank you.
And the guy with the gun just goes,
Can it,
You're dead,
Oh,
people.
puts the gun away,
Hmm.
and then sits back down.
he's lucky I was gonna do a thing that, but you know, he might have been fine with how I've been rolling.
All right, but with that, with Rainier standing over the bodies of the two combatants, having won a fight against, won a fight for his own side after laying them out. You hear
He's not gonna
from
kill
the-
each other.
I'm sorry. What is?
I said, at least they're not gonna kill each other now.
And you hear from the other side. hey, that's my group. And that's where we're gonna call it for the night.
She's so cute.
3 heads just turn in this bird's direction.
Yay!
She has a human face, but she has feathers for hair.
Good fight, everybody. Not all 3 of us cannot be on at the same time.
No.
As long as one of you is, it seems to work out.
I can't believe I forgot I have Frenzy.
It's okay. We haven't played in a couple of weeks.
No,
Yeah.
totally.
All right. So thank you everybody for joining us for this weird action weirdness game of riffs where I say proper nouns as though people should understand them and just move past so no one really knows what's happening. It's just a world where you have to kind of like grab onto the rails and go, oh cool.
There are times you just have to let the cactus men just like wash over you and just move on with your life.
You said cactus men, and I was just like, okay.
Well,
I was
yeah.
just more impressed
Yeah.
that you knew there were cactus men.
They're in the Tomorrow Legion Players Guide, I believe. No, they're not. Anyway, not important. Anyhow, the thank you for joining us. We plan on being back next week, I believe. And as much as we can going forward. So, let's go around and tell the people who we are, Mark, and they can find us, even though I'm rather sure they already know. So let's start with Sasir again.
Hi everybody, I'm Dara. I've been sincere today. You can find me at Wildcat Dara on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and right here on Twitch, where I do my own streams of video games and sometimes art and other stuff. I'm going to be starting Persona 5 Strikers soon, finally. I've had it forever, and I'm very excited to start playing. And also going to be bouncing around just in my life in general, trying to do NaNoWriMo this year. Because I've been...
Oh
I had a
shit!
fucking book in my head for like 7 or 8 years, and I'd like to actually get something accomplished.
Oh,
And that's
yeah,
where
dude.
Dinah comes from. From those of you who watched Innistraad's regulars over at DLG, that's what she came from. So she actually gets to live.
The cactus.
Yeah, and then this Friday you can catch me on the premiere of the Final Fantasy 14 game over at Devil's Luck Gaming.
Ooh.
As we begin that whole insanity. I'm very, very excited to unleash my dancer on the world. I'm really excited about that.
Nice. All right. Sounds great. Thank you. Real quick, here is a bad picture of the cactus people. They are people who are made of cactus. He's holding a
Fantastic.
shotgun.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
real
not
good.
so much Senor Sabotender as it is. Oh Christ! What the fuck is that?
That, I mean, yeah, okay.
Cactus people. All right. Up next is Fox.
Hey folks, despite not being corporeal, I somehow remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter and Fox_Bar on Twitch. Obviously, for reasons related to right now, I'm not streaming so much on Twitch, as I'm no longer. I'm no longer at home. I am not presently at home. A very different thing. So as such, do not have access to my usual setup. But for the moment, the only place you can catch me is right the heck here. Monday nights for this thing we do.
Hooray!
Maybe we'll get the connection issue sorted and you'll see me next time. Maybe not. We're gonna figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And up next is, I don't know, maybe the person who owns this channel. I think we
Hi.
can go with Ryan.
I'm Riley. I have been Rainier, who apparently decided they were gonna wreck house today. You can find me here. This is my home, which means I can kick everybody out. Just
Whose
kidding.
house?
My
Whose
house. Yeah, this is my channel. Hello everybody. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I promised everybody that tomorrow would be a Witcher day, so you can come and bring all your Witcher nonsense to me, and I will answer the questions to the best of my ability, and we can trash all the decisions they're making on the show moving forward, because that's what last time turned into. Which is fine. And then I will be joining Dara on Friday on DLG as a bad bitch Rogadin gunbreaker.
Yes, but what are you playing?
Final Fantasy.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I see you, Kevin. I see you.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a good time. My dice look like bullets. I will post a picture of them on Twitter later. I keep forgetting.
That's
But
right.
that's gonna be amazing. And then back here next Monday to do whatever the fuck nonsense this Fae person is doing.
The full name of that show, by the way, is Final Fantasy 14: A World Undone.
Yes. Thank you.
The GM there is very doing a clever.
Yeah.
A woo.
And yes, it also shortens to AWOO, which I love.
Woo.
Woo!
And who are you?
Oh, well, thanks for asking, as I forgot. Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm the game boss for Gunmetal Riffs. You may find this episode will be posted sometime in the next week at Gunmetal Blues or Gunmetal Rifts on Twitter, where I'm going to try to start compiling the Rifts game stuff that I've been doing online on Twitter. No, on YouTube. My God, let me start over. Gunmetal Riffs on YouTube is where you will find this show's first episode, as well as I'm going to post this episode there soon. You can find my wife's amazing knitwear work, including the Stray themed socks based on the video game Stray. She released a pattern for other people to knit those as part of the Geek-A-Long collection this year. And you can find that on lattesandllamas.com. And other amazing knitwear design. She's fantastic. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Riley, anything else you want to say before we close it out?
No, I'm good. Make sure you come back, guys, because this is getting crazy and fun.
And we haven't even gotten to the part that and the plot hasn't even really hit hard yet.
Yeah.
Dare you. Hit me with all your plot. Hit me with your plot shot.
You gotta get to it
That
first.
plot is the better joke there. Damn it. Save me from myself, Kevin.
Plot shot.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Plot shot.